All right. We live? We should be live. We're live! Yay! Great! It's been a while. Oh my god, my internet is awful. Why is it so bad? That's not right. Why? It's in the red right now. It's saying excellent connection. Yeah, I call bullcrap. Oh, now it's green. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Hi, everybody. Hello. I know there's a black screen. I know you can see my face already. I know. How you guys doing? Lego Dragon, Gator Boy, Maddie. How's your day? Pretty good. Doobie Doobie. What's up? Loving your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Burrhead. So that's why I saw stream offline. Yeah, because we're online now, baby. But yeah, what's up, Maddie? Silent D, Blue Bella. Hello there, hi. Today, I'll be reacting to Schaffrillas' Pikmin 2 video. I'm going to do my intro again because I realize not many people are here yet. But yes, that's going to be the whole premise of today's stream because I came across it and I thought it was very interesting. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I just thought it's interesting how he titled the video, Why Pikmin 2 is My Least Favorite One, which is very interesting to me because as of now, for me, like, it's my favorite Pikmin game as of now. I still have to beat 3 and obviously play 4, so I don't know about that one yet. And then I can go back and then review all the games. But as of now, between 1 and 2, I like 2 better. Like, a lot better. And I already loved 1. Anyways, Atrocity, hello. Hello, welcome, hi. There is no music in the background, it's just awkwardness because I just want to get right into it. Star VA, welcome! Here, let me mod you, Star. I'm gonna mod some people. Can I actually mod people this time around? Last stream I couldn't. Standard moderator, save. Yes, I can, thank God. Hydra, I'm also going to mod you. I trust you, Hydra. I trust you. Save, there we go. Okay, now if my moderators get out of line, I'll take action. What's up, Liz Bound? Daniel, how you doing? When you were editing the last Pikmin 3 episode, how much did you cringe at your Pikmin extinction? I facepalmed. I knew exactly what I did wrong when I was editing. I'm just like, my god. That's the cold open for today's video, was me saying goodbye to all my Pikmin. Schaffrillas! Anyways, hey Ganvious, hello, how are you? Yes, the one and only Schaffrillas. I haven't seen many of his videos. I only got recently introduced to him. I think on YouTube I did. Like, you guys are telling me to react to his content, so I did. And now I'm kind of fascinated. I want to see why he thinks Pikmin 2 is his least favorite, or is the weakest to him. I'm also going to... Oh, God, okay, wait a second. I am also... I'm going to do this. I'm going to pin this comment. Continue... Wait. So... Wait, please consider... Continue making. There we go. Too many characters. Continue making... content. Yeah. So yeah. If you want to, never feel pressured, ever, but if you want to help support me, by all means, you can. That's my paypal.me link that I just pinned for donations, or through Super Chat, or becoming a member. Anything that's helpful, big or small. But this is my only source of income. This is my job. If I receive any donations, I pour it right back into content creation because this is what I want to do. But never feel pressure to donate if you don't have to. But this just helps a lot. But yeah, that's the only time I'm probably going to mention that, because we're just going to dive right in. Because I hate it when content creators always like, hey guys, remember to donate to me. Donating to me is important. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like all I got to do is tell you guys once and you guys understand, like per stream. So yeah. But anyways, are you going to play Spider-Man 2? Yes, I will play Spider-Man 2. I have full intentions of playing that game. I still want to finish my replay series of Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales before that, though. There's just so many games out right now that I'm trying to finish. Pikmin 2's randomly generated caves with random Brabble gates is probably the reason why Pikmin 2 sucks. Right. The reason why I think that makes the game good is because it helps you think on your feet, and it improves your react time, in my opinion. I feel like that's what really makes it good. I understand why people would hate that. Like, why is this random? And hating random stuff happening. But, like, for instance, if you're just wandering around in a cave and all of a sudden you're with Pikmin and then crap falls from the ceiling and destroys your Pikmin, you gotta react quick. Like, it obviously gives you a small time window for you to react and to prevent that from happening. So I think it's good because it helps improve your quick thinking. And I feel like that's crucial. So yeah, that's why I think it's good, but I completely understand why people think it's bad and just bad game design. Like, I get it. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I think enough people are here. If you guys want to help me share my stream around, that would be incredible. Because I did not share it yet. So I'm going to do that right now. I know there's no music. I know this is very awkward. I just wanted to get right into it, honestly. And not waste any time. But yeah, let me do a little bit of this. IB live. Okay. Cool. Alright. Epic. Fantastic. Let's get right into it. Why Pikmin 2 is my least favorite one. This is going to be interesting. 40 minutes long, so I thought this is like a perfect time. Or perfect way for me to react to it instead of making one big video. Why not just stream it? Alrighty. I'm very curious to see what he's going to say about it. Yoink. Yoink. That's not right. Do that. Okay. Alright. Hello, Yellow. What's up? Welcome. Tomlia, right? Tomlia? I said your name correctly? Because I always have to take a minute to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Streamlabs. What about Streamlabs? Where's the Streamlabs link? There is no Streamlabs link. Only either PayPal or Super Chat. But thank you. Tomlia, yeah, okay. Thank God, I dodged a bullet. Welcome, welcome. Sailor Galaxy, hello. Jack and Oz, welcome. Jack and Oz. That's quite the name. Where's the next Pikmin 3 video? It's coming. It's whenever I get a chance to record it, which will probably be tomorrow. I'll record it and then give it a day or two. So if I were to estimate, I'd say Saturday or Sunday. Grab Wrap, hello. Marguerite, hello. Yeah, Mr. Noodle, so good to see you. But yeah. I'm 7 ministers late. Please accept my apology. I accept your apology, Mystic Blaze. Does anyone know if this has Pikmin 3 spoilers? I would hope not. It's literally why Pikmin 2 is my least favorite one. Not why Pikmin... If there's Pikmin 3 spoilers, I'm going to be very upset. This is focused on Pikmin 2, not 3. There shouldn't be anything about 3 in this. I got 700 subs. Congratulations. What's up, Daily? You shared my stream? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was asking you if you're still using the Streamlabs link. Glad to know that. Yeah, I can't be asked. Like, I don't care about using the Streamlabs link. It's just a whole other process. It's either you want to donate through PayPal.me or Super Chat. That's it. Okay. Wooden turtles cooking with Louie animation. Oh god, just Louie chaos? I might check that out. I will avoid going on a Pikmin 2 rant today. Okay. You guys ready? We got 35 people watching. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys ready? Type 1 or say yes if you're ready. This is... I don't know what to expect out of this. I will give my thoughts on it too. 1? Okay. How you doing today? Just joined. Welcome. I'm doing pretty good. Also, what's up, Kool-Aid? Super N, hello. Aiden, Daniel, totally not Amari. Welcome, guys. Welcome. The Void, hello there. Why is everyone saying 1? Because I told everyone to say 1 if they're ready for me to get into the video. Bird Gangs, hello there. Starlight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Snick, hello. Did I miss something? Nope, we're getting right into it right now. Alright. Get your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. What's up, Poochie? Alright, let's get right into it. Why Pikmin 2 is my least favorite one.
For Schaffrillas is provided by
Jesus.
Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video.
Oh, shout to Squarespace. Epic, very cool.
One platform to build
so much. It's one of my favoriteest franchises on the whole
I don't think favoritist is a word.
Damn planet. There's
Silly.
just so much. It's one of my favoritest
Your business.
Okay.
I love Pikmin so
I love
much.
it too.
It's one of my favoriteest franchises on the whole damn planet. There's just something about
Gun
the
of the
series
Hun,
that just
welcome!
clicks with
Hello! I agree with everything said in- You do! Interesting. Very bold. I will mod you right here, right now. I will mod you, Gunna. I trust you. Okay, anyways.
me. The combination of thrilling real-time strategy and cute critter crowd control is just so tantalizing and terrific. Pikmin 1
Right.
is one of my most replayed games of all time,
Interesting.
offering such a short but immensely satisfying experience that I can go through over and over again and still have an incredibly fun time on each playthrough. Pikmin 3 is one of my
Oh,
top
come on!
10
No, come on! No, god dang it! I don't want to see anything! I don't... Guys, chat, what's on the screen right now? Don't tell me! Are you joking? Also, my hair is wet. I just see my face cam. I don't know what's on screen right now. God dang it. What do I do? Oh, okay, it's gone. What? Abort! Abort! I closed it out! I cannot not watch this! Abort the mission! God, okay, well, we're gonna do something else then, guys. Let's see. Well then, I wasn't expecting that one. Alright, let's go off my frickin'... Okay. Well. I closed the tab. Well, guys, it's been fun. Thanks for watching. Let's play a game, guys. Okay, no, we're not changing the video. I guess I'm gonna have to skip ahead. I'm ignoring the screen. Okay. I'm skipping ahead. What? Why? Why do content creators do this? I came into this expecting to react to Pikmin 2 and hear what he has to say about Pikmin 2. How come in the first 30 seconds he shows Pikmin 3 content? Why does he do that? Why do content creators do this in general? Why do they want to talk about one thing and they show footage of something else? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Why not show footage of, you know, the game that you want to talk about? Am I going insane? Like, is there something I'm missing here? Why? It's just comparing to the other games? Right, okay. But he didn't even talk about 3, and he was showing 3 content. That's... Okay. Anyways, I skipped ahead. If I see 3 one more time, I am gonna have to, I guess, play all the other games before I watch this video.
Number of reasons. So that's
Okay,
what
here
we're
we
going
go.
to get into today.
Jesus.
Why Pikmin 2 is the weakest one.
Yes,
in
okay,
my
let's
humble
talk about it.
opinion that
Yep.
you can feel free to disagree with. And as is the
I think
norm
you're
for a lot
insane,
of my
yes. Okay, got it. I'm insane because... Right.
somewhat negative slanted reviews, let's start out with the good stuff.
Okay, here we go. Yes, this is it. The good stuff. The good
One
stuff.
of Pikmin 2's
The good
best new
stuff.
additions is that of a second character to control. Meaning
I don't think he talks about 3 much. Just him saying he loves it, but it's been a while since I watched it.
easier to
Yeah, well, no, Gunna, the problem is that not even 30 seconds in, he was just showing Pikmin 3 content, and I'm not even done with the game yet. So just like, why? You know?
multitask and divide your Pikmin squad up to do different
But I'll take the
tasks,
L on
since
that
you
one.
can easily switch between captains on different sides of the map. Plus, having 2 characters means this is the perfect co-op experience. Oh, wait, what's that? There's no co-op in the main campaign?
Oh, there isn't?
You implemented co-op into the game via the side modes, but
Oh,
not
right.
the main story
No, that makes
for
sense.
some reason? Oh, okay then. Whatever. Co-op is for pussies. And that was the
Right.
end of it.
That's why.
Even if
That's
you
why
can't bring a friend
I.
along to play the main
That's
campaign
why
with, having 2
me
captains
don't
around
do
is
co-op
still
because
really
it's for
helpful and
pussies, and I'm not a pussy. So yeah, no, I just don't have
can't
friends.
bring a friend along to play the main campaign with, having 2 captains around
Anyways.
is still really helpful in single player. And how about those new characters?
Yeah.
Louis is such a funny piece of shit. He ruins everything and you just love to hate him. He's like the Manny Heffley of the Pikmin universe. And he's a great
This is one of the best videos I've ever watched. Ganvious said the P word. What, pancreas? I don't know what you're talking about.
great contrast to the ultra-capable Olimar. I love the implication that he hijacked the final boss's brain and that he's the one who's actually trying to kill you.
Thank God. Thank God that I've beaten Pikmin 2, right, before I'm watching this. Thank God I have some ounce of intelligence for me to not watch this until I decided to beat Pikmin 2. Because if I were to watch this at an earlier date and see this right here, right now, and hear him talk about how Louis took control of the final boss, I would punch my computer monitor so quickly. No, I'll just be very disappointed, very sad, and probably not play Pikmin.
Why would he do that? Because he's a piece of shit, and I love that. But then, halfway through the game,
Yeah,
is
Louis needs to be
replaced with the
redeemed.
president of Hakatape Freight. And once I unlock this guy, I'm basically done with playing as Olimar for the rest of the game. The president is so funny. Like, look at him. Look at this.
Look
scruffy
at him,
little
he's
silly Billy.
hilarious.
He may be a filthy capitalist swine, but I like him anyway. He's a big ol' silly head. I also like how
Silly
each
head.
of the captains have their own unique whistle. Olimar's got the OG traditional one.
Yep.
Louis has a train whistle. And the president has a fucking car horn. Such a cute little touch. This game also introduces purple and white Pikmin, which are both obviously very iconic and beloved additions to the franchise.
Uh-huh.
I have my problems with how they were implemented, and a lot more problems with one of them in particular.
Wait,
but
what? Why?
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
In general, though, they were both good ideas and more than welcome inclusions to the series.
Yeah.
Bulbmen are also such a delightful and creepy concept. I gotta give them props for thinking outside the box with this one.
The Piclopedia, guys! We read all of this! Or I read all of it, live on stream. The complete Piclopedia and Treasure Hoard. Remember that? Remember? How could we forget that in the Pikmin Ganvious lore?
Fun stuff. Bring them back, Nintendo. Graphically, the game is gorgeous for its time. Despite being on the same
Gyriz
system
with a
as the first game,
$20 donation. Thank you so much. Yo, hello, how are you? Thank you. That's so nice of you. Can I get a W Gyriz in chat? Thank you so much. Or it's a super chat, but I still say donation. But thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you.
2 looks far more
Thank you so
vibrant
much.
and
Thank you.
alive, making much better use of the game's
That really means the
graphical
world.
capabilities and showing just how far you can push hardware between its launch window and near the end of its lifespan. The game also fixes a lot of the glitches the first one had, and the Pikmin have slightly better AI, which is
Ah, the Duracell battery. Yes. Yes.
definitely welcome. The red spray is a good addition.
I so wish that
searching for
was-
treasures in the overworld
I'm sorry.
is-
I'm sorry for keep pausing. I just want to talk about this. I just wish that Nintendo would have gotten like the license to like use actual like real world stuff again for the Switch version. But hey, like it wasn't a deal breaker for me. It didn't like destroy the game and made me hate it. Cass, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. You know, I trust you too as a moderator. I'm gonna mod you. I'm just modding everybody today. Hopefully you're doing good, Cass. And thank you again, Gyriz. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fricks! What the frick did you donate? Because I don't see anything. But thank you for the super chat. I guess we're about to find out. Thank you so much. All right, let's get back into it.
just as fun as ever, and the fact that said treasures are real-world items this time around is really cute. It doesn't feel like product placement, it feels like items you discover in a
€1?
post-apocalyptic
You can see
Earth.
that.
I like how this game follows up on the little hints that this was Earth in the original. Part of me misses the subtlety of the original game's world, but at the same time, I like the creativity that stems from the types of treasures you'll discover. Especially when we get to see Alamar talk about them in what is easily my favorite part of the
treasure
whole
hoard?
game. And one of my favorite parts of the whole series, the Piclopedia.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
my
poured
favorite too, because I had to
literal
read every
hours into
single
reading this
freaking one of
thing.
them.
It's incredible. Alamar has descriptions of
But yeah, no, like he's about to say, yeah, there's descriptions about everything, and it's very fascinating. It truly helps the world building of Pikmin, and that's something I really appreciate, and that's something that's very underrated about the whole Pikmin 2 experience, is that the world building and like all the notes and stuff, Louie's notes, Olimar's notes, like all the notes and everything like that. It is so funny, it is so cool, and really expands upon the lore and the world of Pikmin. And it's one of those games that I think Nintendo actually, you know, fully committed to and fully fleshed out. Thank you, Fricks. Your name is so long, you deleted, or I should say, the PNG got deleted and the donation won't show, but thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, the Piclopedia and the Treasure Hoard, despite it being extremely long and me reading everything, you know, me being tired of reading everything, it's great. It was a great addition, and Nintendo should probably, or I shouldn't say should probably do that more often, but should put more, I should say, love and stuff like this, and do more world building. That's what I'm trying to say. In like their games like this. Imagine this for like Mario or something. I know there's already a lot of world building in like the Zelda franchise, but like Louis is like he didn't need to have like his story be told like it was, you know, that he was a father, he has a family, and just with his little notes, like learning more about his character. But it was there. That didn't need to be there because this was an original IP on the GameCube. I did my research. So like the fact that it's there just shows how much love and passion was poured into this about like the world and its characters.
every single
So it's just something to
piece of
appreciate.
treasure here, and they're just
Anyways.
so delightful. They express so much more personality than any other Nintendo protagonist has ever had before. Did you know
That's
that
insane.
Alamar teaches the Pikmin a song and dance routine in his spare time? And
Oh!
he considers a new career as a dance instructor when he gets home?
Oh, wait, no. Wait, I did know that. You know why? And you know how I knew that? Because I read it. Yes! I knew that.
Did you know that Alamar...
Oh, God. This is going to be a long stream, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, chat, I had two options when I saw the Pikmin 3, or a small little snippet, a small little glimpse of Pikmin 3 footage on this video. I close it out and watch something else, or I skip that and keep watching this video. I think I should have watched something else. I gotta see that bullcrap again.
Alamar teaches the Pikmin a song and dance routine in his spare time, and he considers a new career as a dance instructor when he gets home? Did you know that Alamar is the only member of his family with a highly refined taste in music?
What's up?
And he always wants
Welcome.
to go out to karaoke, but none of his family members
I
want
never
to.
want to see that
Did
ever
you know
again.
that Alamar has been laughed at by his wife for having soft-hearted romantic thoughts? Did you know that he
Wait,
wants
what?
to feed
What
his
happened?
at by his wife karaoke, but none of his family members want to? Did you know that Alamar has been laughed at by his wife for having soft-hearted romantic thoughts? Did you know that he wants to feed his wife a tomato?
Gyrus! Thank you! Look at that! Look at that right here! Thank you so much for becoming a member! Thank you! Everyone, round of applause for Gyrus. Thank you so much. That means the world. Welcome. Glad to have you as a member. Spam your new emotes. If you're a member in my chat right now, spam your emotes. More coming soon. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it. More are coming. Everyone, spam the emotes. Spam it. Wait, I joined in. My art isn't. Yes, your art has been a notification for a few months now, Maddo Lamp. Yes. Yes! Welcome, Madalamp! W Madalamp! W Gyriz! Oh, I'm losing it. Anyways, yes. Oh, God. Thank you so much.
Moans in it.
I've gifted you all of our dancing gifts. I will look at that later.
Did you know his son teases him for not being a true gamer? Did you know he considers deliberately completing the mission at a slower pace just to piss his boss off and cause him into
Yes, I know this. I read it all.
Did you know that he considers managers to be inhuman, heartless villains?
Yes.
Did you know that he considers his children to be his life's work?
Yes, of course. He kind of made that clear in the first game.
Did you know that he canonically...
So is he going to talk about why Pikmin 2 is his least favorite game? That's why we're all here, ladies and gentlemen.
smokes weed at one point?
Is he going to like go over the whole
I could go on for way
Piklopedia?
longer about all the treasure descriptions I love, but I gotta stop at some point. Not only are so many of Olimar's descriptions...
Kyra's again with the 20! What the balls, man? Holy crap! Thank you so much! Thank you. Gyriz is the MVP of the stream. The VIP. The MVP. My god, this is insane. Thank you. Again for the 20. My god. Very generous today. Thank you so much. Congrats on 13.4K. Thank you, Amy Stuff. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. Much love. Much love. Thank you.
Interpretations of these familiar Earth items super funny, and not only do they reveal new aspects of his character, making him far more layered than most Nintendo protagonists.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
But they're just really relaxing to read. Olimar's prose is so elegant and well written, and you can just get lost in his words as this relaxing music.
I'm making a doodle page. Maybe I'll draw small Ganvious. Go for us. Go for us. Go for it. My god, I am tired. Run, Forrest! Go, Forrest! Forrest Gump! Run! I'm losing it. Run, Forrest, run! Go for it. Because I was trying to say Pikvius. Ganvious, I think I like Pikvius better than Ganvious, but yeah, I get it. Thank you.
To accompany him. I genuinely
And there it is again. Thank you, Gyriz. I don't know.
Ganvious.
W Gyriz. I love you, man. I don't know why the super chat donations are so delayed, but the members are instant.
So
I don't know, but
reassuring and
thank
nice
you.
to peruse. Oh, and don't worry, all you 3 Louis fans out there, because he
Three
gets
Louis-
in on the...
The literal 3 Louis fans were the ones destroying me in the comments because I said I don't like Louis now. Because, look at this little bastard! God. Listen, I don't know. Pikmin 3 is going to have to frickin' change my mind about Louis. If Louis is in the game. In my opinion, how do you say his name again? Schaffrillas, I think that's how you say it, has some bad takes in this, but I'm not going to elaborate right now. Okay.
Fun too. Instead of having scientific observations,
His name is so
on
long,
every enemy in the
I just
game,
can't remember
Louis
how you
just
actually
talks about
say
how
it.
he would cook them. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, Louis, well, yes, I read it all. I'm about to skip this. Out of Pikmin 1 and 2, which one was your favorite? So far, Pikmin 2. Pikmin 1 was excellent, right? But Pikmin 2, that was a bigger game with more going on, so I like Pikmin 2 better, as of now. Schaffrillas, okay. Schaffrillas. Okay, interesting. Skymaster says Schaffrillas, but Star VA says Schaffrillas. Interesting.
So yeah, the Piklopedia gets a 12
Gunadon is not amused with me liking Pikmin 2.
out of 10. The rest of the game isn't good, though. Let's talk about that now.
I love that. Sorry, Gunna. Okay.
The most
Here we go.
immediately apparent downgrade to talk about when comparing Pikmin 1 to Pikmin 2 is the story. Pikmin 1 offers a simple narrative
What?
that nonetheless manages
Downgrade?
to hook you throughout the entirety of the admittedly very short game.
Downgrade?
Olimar crash lands on the Pikmin planet.
Right.
His life support system will fail him in 30 days.
Uh-huh.
He needs to rebuild his ship by then, or else he'll die a horrible, tragic death and never see his family again.
Right.
The stakes are extremely high, and they make you want to see Olimar's quest
Yes.
through to the end.
Yes.
It's a
Pikmin
really
1, yes.
compelling motivation. A
Right,
classic
I agree.
story of survival.
Yep.
Pikmin 2,
I love that.
meanwhile, has crippling debt. Olimar returns home after the events of the first game, only to find out that his company, Hakatate Freight, yes, I pronounce it Hakatate, I don't care what Palutena says,
I used I used to say I used to say Hokotate, not Hakatate. And Politina just said what?
Hakatate Freight. Yes, I pronounce it Hakatate. I don't care what Politina says.
Hokatate?
Hokotate. No, that's even worse. But yeah, no, I say Hokotate. That's what I say. But he's saying that the story is worse? Really? I don't think it is, because in the first game, it's good, right? But it's I feel like the first one is more generic. Oh, you crash landed on a planet. Survive. Try to get in parts and leave. That's it. I feel like that's more generic than, oh my god, this company on this planet that you're from is falling apart. This is not good. We're in debt. Why are we in debt? That will be revealed later in the game. But we're falling apart. This is not good. We need to do something. Go back to the planet that you're familiar with and give me more treasure. So we won't so the company won't fall apart. Like, I feel like that's like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's more gripping than, oh, you just crash landed on a planet. Try to get your parts and survive and leave. Am I wrong about that? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree with me? With me, do you agree or disagree? Do you agree that the Pikmin 2 story or plot is somewhat better than Pikmin 1? Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like, because the whole crashed on an alien planet and trying to survive has been done way too, like, it's been done so many times. I think it's been done more times than, holy crap, our company is falling apart. Let me show, and here's like a, here's our planet, here's our company on our planet that just got introduced, here's some characters, you know what I mean? I feel like there's more at stake there. There's less urgency in Pikmin 2 story. I guess so, but my perspective is that the whole crash on an alien planet, trying to survive, it has been done way too many times. That's just my thing. So I kind of feel like it's more interesting how we're trying to save a company, because it kind of opens the floodgates to more information and backstory about the company. What is this company? What is this planet that Olimar, Louis, and the president live on? Right? Why do they care so much about this company? What's at stake here? What's going on? You know what I mean? Or the company's going in debt, of course, but you kind of know what I mean. If that kind of makes sense. Cutie Chow, welcome! Glad to have you. Good to see you. I like one better, but I get what you're saying. I feel that. I feel that. Knowing me, probably tomorrow, I'll be like, oh yeah, Pikmin 1 story, trying to fight for survival. That's so much better. But yeah, I don't know. You see, I'm in this weird gray area, because with Pikmin 1, with the story, I understand like more's at stake. You know, you're kind of timed because you got to get off the planet in 30 days to get everything. So I understand how people say like that's better. But with Pikmin 2, we are getting introduced to all this new stuff, because I had no idea that or I knew Olimar is from a different planet, but I had no idea like there's this company with the president and then Louis exists, and like there's more building, like character development and character building and world building in general in 2. So, but if we're just looking at the games from just simple pick up and play with a story given, not really caring much about the characters or whatever, just the basic premise of, hey, either get off the planet or try to survive on the planet, get your parts, get off the planet in 30 days, less than 30 days, or or get out of debt, then I guess, realistically speaking, on the surface, the Pikmin 1 story would be better. But since I got introduced to all these characters and everything, and I reflect on both of the games, I prefer the Pikmin 2 story, because the Pikmin 1 situation has been done many times. The generic, hey, you're on an alien planet, fight for survival, try to survive, and get off. If that makes sense. I don't know. I might be going insane.
The new employee, Louis, lost a bunch of carrots during a shipment. The president gobbles a bunch of imaginary dicks. And now you owe the government...
What? The president what? What did the president do on the planet? What? What did he say? Is Ganon going to play Hey Pikmin? Yes, I will play Hey Pikmin after I'm done with 4. What did he gobble up? Imaginary what? In my opinion, the story doesn't need to be urgent. I want a reason to explore. To gave me that too. That's for me. That's it for me. That is fair, Kevo. I totally didn't send anything to your PayPal. Let me check my phone. Oh my god. That thank you so much. 3 minutes ago for the $25 donation. Gaiariz, what are you doing, man? The $25 donation. Best Pikmin content creator. Thank you, but prepare to be severely disappointed because I'm not strictly a Pikmin content creator. I just play a lot of Pikmin. Thank you so much. I feel like I gotta show proof. You know, when I receive donations, like on my phone through PayPal, I gotta show proof because I don't want to be like, hey, look at me. I'm totally getting donos. I'm making this up because there it is right there. And that's my dog right there. So that's my puppy, Cash. But yeah, there it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to make sure I have it right here and not have it turned away. That's, bro, for real. You're carrying the stream. So thank you. I really appreciate that.
$10,000.
That's
The
insane.
president sells off your ship to partially repay the loan.
All right,
which is
back to the video.
Cool. I love the fact that the ship we painstakingly rebuilt over the course of the previous game is now just gone. That's awesome.
I
But
noticed
as it turns
that.
Out, a bottle cap
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything about the ship, but or did I? I think I did say something like, "Where is it?" Like very briefly at the very beginning. But yeah, no, I noticed that that's gone. So
souvenir Olimar brought back for his son is worth some money. So
Gyrus is just Ganvious' second profile. You got me. You got me good. I'm very quick.
the president immediately sends you back to the Pikmin planet with Louie in order to collect more random.
Yeah, that's the sorry I keep pausing. I just want to talk about this and give like my take on it and stuff. Yeah, that's the depressing part of the whole Pikmin journey so far is that he literally Olimar left his wife and kids. He just got back from being stranded for like near 30 days or whatever. He got back, he finally got his ship back, you know, working. He returns home to see his family. And the president's like, "Hey, we're in debt." Thanks to Louie. Yeah, we're in debt. We're in debt, Olimar. Yeah, help a brother out. You and Louie go back to the planet you just came from. It really is tragic. So he hasn't seen his family in so long. You know, it really does suck. What do you know about Pikmin 4? That it's the most recent game. And everyone is saying that Pikmin 4 is their favorite game. Like 98% people are saying that it's the best game. That is all I know about it. That is literally all I know. Megsy, welcome! Glad to have you.
Items that they can sell and repay the loan with. Olimar doesn't even get a chance to see his family again.
Nope, that's what I'm saying.
He's immediately shipped back off to the planet he almost died on. I know the Pikmin series isn't an example of avant-garde storytelling, but doesn't this sour the ending of the first game a bit? You know, knowing that our quest to rebuild our ship and see our family again.
Yeah, I agree.
Immediately getting taken away from us, and the family reunion we fought so hard for getting postponed until after.
Yeah, that I agree with that. It does sour that.
Well,
he makes a good point there.
Saying, obviously, Nintendo is making a statement on how capitalism drains people of their lives and makes them unable to hold
that is true.
It
hits too close to like reality in that factor. Everyone knows the best Pikmin is blue. The best Pikman is blue version. Now I think Pikman Red is better, Creamy, or Pikman Fire Red. That's my favorite Pikman game, Creamy, but welcome. Glad to have you, man.
Outside of their work. I mean, sure, it sure is showing that. Doesn't really explore it that much outside of Olimar complaining about his boss or his work schedule a few times in the Piklopedia. The fact that Olimar is forced to return to the Pikmin planet immediately in order to raise enough money to rectify Louie and the president's mistakes is just kinda cynical and depressing.
Yeah,
Repaying
it
the
is.
debt the company owes isn't a terrible motivation. I mean, it is satisfying to see the number of Pokos you owe go down. Plus, ultimately, the story is just supposed to be your excuse to experience the gameplay. But this is still
Right.
incredibly weak compared to the first game, where story and gameplay worked hand in hand to drive you and make you want to experience each area and find each ship part.
Yeah.
The collectibles in Pikmin 2 are cool and fun to come across, but they feel less rewarding to collect because the goal they're leading you towards is far less compelling. Missing a collectible in Pikmin 1 could be the difference between life and death. Missing a collectible
yeah.
in Pikmin 2? Who cares?
I
You can
gotta
make up
kinda
those lost
agree with
Pokos
that.
By killing some enemies in the
I know
dungeons.
earlier I
Nothing
was saying that the whole, like, oh my god, you're in debt thing's better, but yeah, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with this. You know? Schaffrillas is successfully converting Ganvious before our eyes. Gonna, no, he's not! No! Shut up! You're speaking facts right now. That's not good, Gunna. You're converting me. I blame you for this. No, I don't. But yeah, no, I do have to, so far, I'm agreeing with, like, 70% of what he's saying so far.
Pikmin 2 feels all that urgent, and nowhere is that more evident.
So maybe
than
by
with
the end of this video, I'll just hate Pikmin 2.
removal of the 30-day time limit. Now, I understand that this was a divisive aspect of the first game, and that the stress of getting everything done within 30 in-game days alienated a ton of players. But in my opinion,
Yeah.
that's kind of the main appeal of the game. Pikmin wouldn't be Pikmin without that urgency, that drive
Okay,
to
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. The 30-day urgency, like, he's saying Pikmin wouldn't be Pikmin without that. No, I have to disagree. In my opinion, what makes Pikmin Pikmin is the teamwork effort being, you know, so teeny tiny, working as a team with your Pikmin to destroy enemies, to collect stuff, to explore new areas, to use your brain in different situations, which, you know, I've failed many times to do. To, what was I saying? To explore, to strategize, right? To find a way to overcome obstacles that seem difficult and impossible against you. Take care, Gyriz. Thanks again, man. I really do appreciate your generosity this stream. That really means the world. But I think that's what makes Pikmin Pikmin. I really do. I don't think a 30-day timer that a vast majority of games have really, or I shouldn't say 30-day timer, but a time limit in general. I don't think that's what makes Pikmin Pikmin. Like, what do you guys think about that? I think what makes Pikmin is Pikmin? Yeah. Pretty much. What's up, Smashmaster? Welcome. What's up, Gabriel? 10 of stars, hello. But yeah. I don't think the 30-day timer is what makes Pikmin Pikmin. I love your Bayonetta video, sir. Thank you, Ewan. Or Ewan. Is it Ewan or Ewan? Ewan. I want to say Ewan. Ewan, right? Ewan. Sorry, I don't know how to say names. But thank you, Ewan. I really appreciate that. That's probably the most left field thing this stream, is the appreciation for my Bayonetta series. I actually agree that 30 days actually made it feel like Olimar was in danger and he needed to get out quickly. Yes. Saying it that way, yes, that makes sense. But I feel like he's practically saying there is no Pikmin without the 30-day timer. You know? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, Ewan. Thank you. Yeah.
Scrounge together whatever numbers of troops you can and find all the parts you're looking for.
Right.
It's not really that challenging of a time limit. There are 30 days to collect 30 ship parts, 5 of which are optional. If you get one
I
ship
got 'em
part
all,
per day,
baby.
you're completely fine. But I don't know. I guess enough people didn't like it, so Nintendo decided to get rid of the time limit entirely in the next game.
Me, I do terrible under pressure. Like, if there's a time limit for something, I'll just fall apart, like, on the scene. I will just completely crumble. I suck at time limit, or stuff being timed. I hate being timed. So, yeah, I mean, there's slight bias on my end, but yeah, I just watch more of this video. That's what I'm doing. I want to talk about it too. I want to sit down and talk about this. I'm going to watch the whole thing. But yeah.
You could spend as many days as you need to repay the debt. But like, if that's the case, then what's the point of the day system? Why can't you just spend as much time as you want in an area if the number of days it takes you to complete a task doesn't amount to anything? You're probably saying, well, they can't just...
Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me hear this one more time.
What's the point of the day system? Why can't you just spend as much time as you want in an area if the number of days it takes you to complete a task doesn't amount to anything?
I think, okay, the point of the day system, in my eyes, right, in my opinion, I think Nintendo just wanted to see how quickly someone can finish the game. Like, how, like, what am I trying to say? Like, they want to have the day system so they can compare to others. Like, oh, like, bragging rights kind of thing. I managed to beat this game. I managed to 100% Pikmin 2 in, I don't know, 15 days. And then someone else will be like, not fair. I completed it in 35 days. Blah. You know what I mean? And to help you get better and better and better and complete the game in less and less days. That's my take on this. I think that's why they kept the day system in. Just for that. Other than that, he has a point, and I don't know why. Besides that. Fastest speedrun. Exactly. I think that's what it was. That's why they kept it in. So, that is my take as to why the day system is still a thing.
You're probably saying,
Kind
well,
of cold. Oh, I'm sorry, Toe Stars. Hopefully you feel better soon.
well, they can't just remove the day system because that's how the first game worked. And it wouldn't make sense if you could just spend infinite time in an area all of a sudden. But you can do that in the dungeons. Why does time freeze all of a sudden the moment you go underground? How does that make sense, Nintendo? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
That's a good point. Like, why does it freeze when you're underground? I don't know. But hey, it's one of those things where I'm not gonna complain. I'll just gladly take it. You know what I mean?
Freeze all of a sudden the moment you go underground. How does that make
Hello,
sense,
Black Pearl
Nintendo?
Noah. Hopefully
Okay,
you're doing good.
Myself. I should save this for later. Back to the story. It has no urgency since there's no time limit. If they wanted something less restrictive than what the first game had, Pikmin 3 figured it out with the juice system. Entirely was such a massive miscalculation.
What do you say?
Time limit for not doing something that its sequel got right, but at the same time, removing the time limit and the urgency entirely was such a massive miscalculation, and Nintendo really should have thought long and hard about the implications of doing this. Another aspect of the story that takes a hit is the little end-of-day monologues Olimar has.
At least that one was barely a spoiler,
They're really
right?
atmospheric and reflective and often beautiful, and not in Pikmin 2 at all. Instead, they're replaced with emails from other characters, like the president, Louie's grandma, Olimar's family, a sex hotline. Don't get me wrong, some of these are nice in their own right. Like, I love the idea of hearing from Olimar's wife and kids, considering how much he talks.
I personally like the emails. I really did enjoy the new emails and stuff, like the notes at the very end. Because the notes are in the Piclopedia and Treasure Hoard. That's where all the notes are. So, they just want to make room for the emails about, like, him being contacted from other people instead of him just jotting down notes. So, I feel like, I don't know. I really liked it. So, it could just be me. I don't know.
Talked about them in the first game. The president is a funny character, and some of the weirder messages.
And that's another thing. You get again, like the floodgates opens up like this world. Like you get to experience more world building with these characters contacting you and make you go like either who is this or what is this person going to say now? Like for instance, what's the president going to tell me? You know what I mean? And it makes you want to read it. And it introduces you to other new characters and Olimar's family and stuff. So I really like the email system. I think it's pretty good.
Are a delight.
I just don't like how at a point the emails just repeat. Yes, I agree with that. I don't like that either. That's what I don't like about the emails. So yes, I agree.
As well. But in terms of being little ribbons to put on the end of each day, these just aren't as interesting or thematically appropriate as hearing Olimar's own thoughts, which are instead relegated to the Piclopedia.
Right, so his own thoughts are still there, though. It's just not in your face when you finish the day. It's an optional thing. So it'd be like, okay, you beat the game. Now, if you're interested in Piclopedia, here is what Olimar has to say about everything. So, I don't... What? I don't know what he's trying to make about, like, what point he's trying to make about this. So, I don't know.
It's not the worst change, but it's still not as good as it was before.
But it's still there.
But none of this really matters that much.
Oh, he's gonna roast me
As
now.
long as the gameplay is still fun, that's all that matters.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
He literally said what I said. We both said, well, I mean.
I guess when you're out in the overworld exploring and discovering treasure with your Pikmin, it's still a fun time.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunately only about 20% of the game. It's time to talk about the biggest problem with Pikmin 2.
Okay.
And my least favorite aspect
I'm
of the
all
game
ears right now.
in general. The dungeons.
Oh, I guarantee you the first thing he's going to mention is the random triggers of bomb rocks and other stuff falling from the ceiling. I guarantee you that's going to be his point here. I guarantee you. If not, I'm going to be genuinely surprised. They're called caves. They are called caves. Not dungeons. Caves. You're right about that.
I really cannot stand the dungeon system in Pikmin 2.
Okay, why?
At first, it seemed like a pretty cool way of expanding the world of the original Pikmin.
Yes.
But as the game goes on, it just becomes more and more mundane and miserable. Before we get to that, however, let's briefly discuss the overworld. I say briefly discuss because you're not going to be spending...
Before we talk about the overworld, I disagree with it being more mundane and miserable. Because I feel like it's the complete opposite. I feel like, because each dungeon, or, I'm sorry, each cave, now I'm saying dungeons, each cave or sublevel or whatever is randomized. I mean, not the cave itself, but when you go into each sublevel, it is randomized. And I feel like that's one of the most fascinating parts of Pikmin 2. The random generation of each sublevel in a cave. That is pretty damn cool in my opinion. And that keeps me very interested and be like, okay, what's the next one going to be like? What kind of bullcrap awaits me in this? How am I going to think on my feet here? What's the plan? How am I going to tackle this? Oh damn. Wait, what? Everyone leaving? Why is everyone, am I boring everybody? Or are you guys saying bye to Gabriel? Take care, Gabriel. But yeah, I feel like I feel like it's interesting how Nintendo didn't have to, but they did make each sublevel of the caves randomly generated. So it's not the exact same per person. You know what I mean? So you really don't know where you're getting into. So that's my take on it. Same by the Gabriel, okay? I was about to say, I'm boring everybody? I'm sorry. I'm really passionate about the series. I just want to talk about it. Or at least the first two games, because I don't know what the hell to expect in 3. Random generation is technically more lazy. How'd you come up with that? How is the game or the cave system, the sublevels, being randomly generated, not knowing what to expect, lazy? Would that mean I would think that'd be more difficult to code into the game, especially when this released on GameCube. I think everything looking the same per sublevel when you fail, so you know the layout when you refresh or reset. I think that's more lazy. No cohesive level design. I mean, it doesn't have to be cohesive. Like, why does it have to stick by the book of it has to be how you remember it. So when you die, it has to be the same. I feel like that's where Pikmin 2 gets creative with the randomly generated stuff. That's, to me, the most fascinating part of the game. It's like replaying a Mario game. Yeah. Without the randomness, it practically is. So, you're just I'm trying to read everything. Lazy from a level design standpoint, I think he means. Kind of argument to it being lazy. Designers still need to carefully plan each element contained with the randomized. Exactly! That's perfect, Skymaster. Yes! Yes, that's exactly what they have to do. They're like, okay, let's make this randomly generated. However, let's make it all work together. The enemies working with the environment, etc., etc. Yes, I agree with that take. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Lazy from a level design standpoint, I think he means. Maybe. But, like, coding in random generation, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's more work than just creating something that's going to be the exact same each and every time. It's a cave, not a design house, of one Milos Pocos in California. Wait, what? I don't understand that. Will you finish this video? No, I'm going to sit here and talk for the rest of the night. Yes, I'll finish this video. I will. I just want to sit down and talk about this. I'm passionate about the Pikmin series as of now. So yeah, I just want to talk with Chad and see what you guys think about this. The randomizer makes it possible for treasures to get stuck and impossible to collect. Maybe in older versions that happened, but in the Switch version, I never had that issue. Not that I remember. Like, I managed to get everything. So, the randomness is fine to me. Just the lack of variety in reused cave segments that annoy me. I agree with you on that. I do 100% agree with you on that one. That's perfect. That's a perfect thing to talk about. Is that it literally, like, the aesthetic of each cave is like exactly the same. Like, or not exactly the same, but there's like 5 laid out aesthetics of the caves. You know what I mean? You get 1 of 5 per cave. I agree with you 100% on that one. I wish there was like more and more each time, like something new and new. Remember when you were called Yamchers? I have no idea what you're talking about. Gatling Groin didn't spawn treasure in one cave and Switch version. Okay, I never had that issue. Unless I did and I completely forgot. Alright, let's keep watching. But yeah, that's my point stands is that I feel like the randomness of each cave is what keeps it fresh and inviting and intriguing. To me, at least.
Much time up here compared to underground. Pikmin 2 has 4 main areas, which at first glance seems like a step down from the original's 5, but considering how 2 of the 5 areas in the original were incredibly small, with one serving as a simple tutorial area and the other being little more than a final boss arena, I'd say the general landmass you explore between.
Remember when this was the Bulblix, the Emperor Bulblix? Is that the name, the Emperor Bulblix? I'm trying to remember. Remember when this was a terrifying Emperor Bulblix?
The other being.
I wish this was in Pikmin 2.
A little more than a final boss arena. I'd say.
Ghana, did you make a mod where, you know, or can you, if you haven't already, can you make a mod where
As a simple.
you just make the Emperor Bulblix larger in Pikmin 2? If you make that mod and you tell me that you made the mod and send that to me, I will play it and I will give you full credit. I just
Tutorial
want this Bulblix back.
And the other being little more than a final boss arena.
Bulblax? Bulblax, not Bulblix. Okay. Bulblax. Alright, chat, I get it. Stop getting on me. I understand. You know what I mean. Bulblix, skull. Enough bullying me, okay? I didn't ask for the slander.
I'd say the general landmass you explore between the 2 games is about the same size. Some of it is even about the same.
There is a mod giant Bulblax in the Land of Torture mod. Okay, never mind then. I will be playing Land of Torture, so.
Shape between
okay, we're good.
Games.
Never mind, Gunna.
Wait a minute.
You're
Yeah,
good.
Pikmin 2 blatantly reuses.
All right, let's get back to it. Sorry.
It's about the same size. Some of it is even about the same shape between the 2 games. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, Pikmin 2 blatantly reuses the map layouts from Pikmin 1. And, like, I'm pretty mixed
Lands of
about
Torture.
this.
Right,
On
got
the
it.
one hand, while the layouts
Got
are
it.
the same, the actual stuff you'll find in these familiar locations is different. And that's kind of cool, because it showcases how ever-changing nature is. On the other hand, what, it changed this drastically between Olimar's round trip to Hakatate and back? I don't know, this planet's weird, I guess. More importantly, though, the fact that only one overworld area in this game is completely original, and the other 3 are just remixed versions of areas from the first game, yeah, I shouldn't have to explain why that's a bit disappointing. Again, these
I see where he's coming from for sure. I kinda agree with that. Because I honestly didn't recognize, like when I went back into Pikmin 2, or when I started playing Pikmin 2 for the first time, I honestly did not recognize much of the area whatsoever. It could be me having the worst memory of all time, and a little bit of like the fact that they actually completely revamped and changed it. Like people in the comments section, or you guys in particular in the comments, had to tell me that there's some areas that are connected or revamped, etc., etc. And once you guys told me, I'm like, I see it now, but before I did not see it. So yeah, I kind of agree with that. How it's weird how it instantly changes when the two games are literally connected,
enough, and the game isn't trying to
or
hide
like
the
connected, and like there's been no time. There hasn't really been a time gap between the two games.
fact that these are old areas, since they acknowledge that in the pick.
He's acting like it was a quick trip, but it could have taken years. True. I was under the impression it was a quick trip. Like it would take like a few days, or a week. That's what I thought. But again, I could be wrong.
But it's still easy to tell that corners were a bit cut here. But that's okay, because like I said, exploring and finding treasures in the overworld is only about 20% of the game. The vast majority of your playtime will be found in the brand new dungeon system.
Right.
Basically, when exploring the overworld, you find a hole. You jump in the hole.
You find a hole and you jump in that hole.
By
the way, again, and when is the third Pikmin 3 video coming out? Never. I'm done with Pikmin 3. I think that's the worst game of all time, and I have no desire to continue playing the game. I hate Pikmin 3, guys. I'm not playing anymore. Sorry. I'm kidding! I have to make it clear that I'm joking! I'm joking, guys. It's a joke. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to try to record part 3 tomorrow, and and have it out by either Saturday or Sunday. That's going to be top priority on the channel, is Pikmin 3. Don't worry. Don't you unsubscribe. Don't you stop leaving the stream. Don't dislike. My god, I panicked. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm loving the game so far. So, don't worry. No, it's... hopefully it's going to be out either Saturday or Sunday.
Ton of treasure to find.
If not, then early next week.
Floor. And a boss fight at the end that nets you a special collectible, which will usually enhance your character in some way. This sounds like a slam dunk of a feature, right? There's so much more to explore now than there was in the first game. So what could possibly go wrong?
Yes, what could go wrong?
You know, just about everything, basically. First of all, aesthetics. You know how the overworld areas look gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Each one is based on one of the 4 seasons, and they all have the finest graphical fidelity you could achieve in 2004? Yeah, well, f*** all that. Let's explore some dank caves for the majority of the game. I really hate the look of a lot of these dungeons. It's like they took a look at the Forest Navel, the ugliest area from Pikmin 1, and said, yeah, this is the aesthetic we need more of in the sequel. For some bizarre...
Just like what Gunna said earlier, like with his point, I agree with him on that. The aesthetics. They just like chose 5, or they had like 5 aesthetic templates, and that'd be it for each sublevel or each cave. Nothing unique, nothing new and exciting aesthetically, like aesthetic wise. So like that yeah, I agree with that one. The aesthetics did get kind of lame with that, but aesthetically pleasing stuff aside, still I really do love the randomness and the layouts of the caves and stuff. Or the randomness of each cave and the layouts of each cave. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. Leave me alone. I'm not going to chat for a bit. I got to do your you got to do homework. Who needs to do homework? You don't need to do your homework. I mean, you should actually. Yeah, you should get on that. But sounds good. Thank you for stopping by, Kool-Aid boy.
A reason that scientists are still trying to uncover to this day.
Yeah,
to be
aesthetics.
Fair, even though this is the main look I remember from the dungeons, there are other visual themes at play here. Like rust.
Rust, I tell you!
There are some rusty dungeons.
Yeah.
So that's nice and definitely not really ugly.
The quality of this aesthetics is subjective. Yeah, that is true. But caves have different styles. Right, but you kind of expect one of the 5 different styles. Like when you go into it, it's not like that's new. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's a new style, and that's a new aesthetic. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that.
Floor theme, which
I'll agree the aesthetics got repetitive, but also made sense to an extent. But yeah, it does get monochromatic. Yeah,
it still doesn't look the greatest.
I mean, again, like, that is very subjective, what people think about the aesthetics.
And okay, to be fair, there are some nice looking ones.
Yeah.
Like the snow-covered caves, or the ones that are designed to look like a child's
Yeah, I
play.
really love those
But
the
for the
most.
most part, I really don't like the way these areas look, which is made even worse by the fact that you spend way more time here than you do in the pretty places. And sadly, my aesthetical preferences are the least
Gannon?
of the
Yes, that's
dungeon's
me. Hello there.
problems. There's also the
what'd he say?
logistical. My aesthetical preferences are the least of the dungeon's problems.
Oh, here we
There's
go.
also the logistical questions these mysterious time and space warping holes open up. There's a small issue of how is there daylight on certain floors of these underground caves? Like, could they try and be a little consistent there? But then there's the more major issue.
I feel that.
As I mentioned earlier, time just doesn't progress
care,
at
Mystic.
all when you're in the dungeons, which is so bizarre. Literally, how and why can you jump?
I think the reason for, like, the whole daylight thing, right? Of course, first, as a video game, it doesn't have to be exactly, or it doesn't have to be as realistic as possible, because it's a game. It's meant for entertainment. So the reason why I think there's so much light with being underground is for the player to see. That's it. For the player to simply see what they are doing. I think that is all it is. Because, right, on the surface, it doesn't make any sense. Why is there daylight when you're deep underground? But I think it's literally just for the player to see what to do, where to go, and how to do it. So that is my take on that. The only thing that doesn't take care of Black Pearl Noah. The only thing this doesn't apply to is Snagret Hole with the daylight thing. We go into a tree, into a birdhouse, go down on side of tuna. That is true.
Jump into one of these holes, spend as long as you want down there, and then pop out with no time passing in the overworld. They never make any attempt to acknowledge.
They have some specific layouts or cave elements that are the same every time you play with showcases, thought beyond just a randomizer. Do wish they had only used the outside cave layout for Snagret Hole and challenge modes. Yeah, that's fair. That's Charlene Bishop with the $50 donation. Holy crap! On PayPal. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlene. Can I get a W Charlene in the chat?
Or explain this. I guess it would be too hard to justify.
My name is Vane.
time
Oh,
passing down
okay.
There from a gameplay perspective, but it's so
I gotcha.
bizarre, and it breaks the rules of the universe and the entire premise. Pikmin is supposed to be about time management, and yet the vast majority of this game completely forgoes this key element of the original.
This is we're in a bit of a gray area in this one. He's half correct, right? I'd give him half a point. I'd say sure, time management is important, and that is partially what makes Pikmin. But you gotta look at it as like an overall, you gotta look at the overall final product and go and say to yourself, what else makes Pikmin? Like I said before, not only time management, but multitasking, being teeny tiny, getting together your army, swapping between the captains, strategizing, and just being overall strategic, avoiding obstacles and working your way around obstacles, collecting stuff, exploration, farming, numbers. You got to put all those into the Pikmin category as well, right? Not just time management, I feel like. You know what I mean? Time management is something I believe important in the Pikmin. Yeah, I do too. As well as everything else I just listed. Not just time management. Sure, caves for the most part don't make use of time management, but they do use another key element in strategy games. Resource management, since you can rarely grow more Pikmin. Right, that's what I'm saying. There's other stuff. Not just the one. I just named off a dozen others. So, yeah. Alright, I think I actually missed a little bit of what you said.
One of these holes, spend as long as you want down there, and then pop out with no time passing in the overworld. They never make any attempt to acknowledge or explain this. I guess it would be too hard to justify
That's
time
fair.
passing down there from a gameplay perspective, but it's so bizarre and it breaks the rules of the universe and the entire premise.
That is
Pikmin
fair.
is supposed to be about time management, and yet the vast majority of this game completely forgoes this key element of the original. That's stupid. I know the time limit stressed a lot of players out, but maybe all that means is that real-time strategy games aren't for them. And that's okay. There's tons of other less stressful games for them to go play. You shouldn't feel the need to cater to people who don't like real-time strategy games by removing the real-time strategy elements of a real-time strategy series. I mean, that's just common sense.
We're getting to the we're going into the gray area here about the whole argument about like what makes Pikmin Pikmin. Sharkleen, okay. What's going on, Sharkleen?
Shouldn't feel the need to cater to people who don't like real-time strategy games by removing the real-time strategy elements of a real-time strategy.
I don't think that's I don't think it's catering, right? It's again like I feel like he's only listing the one thing, one of the things that makes Pikmin, and he's saying that's the only thing. That's what I'm getting from this. He's ignoring the fact that multitasking, farming your Pikmin, increasing your numbers, exploration, finding stuff, thinking on your feet, strategizing, overcoming obstacles that are put in front of you, collecting, and just overall the world and the characters and stuff, the cast of characters. I feel like he's ignoring all of that. And obviously, combat as well. Combat plays a crucial role. I feel like he's ignoring all that, and he's just only thinking about the one, which is time management. I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's not catering, it's giving further variety to the overall gameplay. Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying. Sure, like the logic of no time passing in caves, that doesn't make any sense. I agree with him on that. That makes no sense at all. Why is there not like a 10-minute timer there? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And why is it's still like, depending when you go into the cave, why is it still the exact same when you come back out of it? Doesn't make sense. Right, I get that. But I feel like that's the only thing that he's hammering home here, is that there's one out of like 6, 7 different, reasons why as to what makes Pikmin Pikmin. Like, what do you guys think about my take there? By all means, if you disagree with me, you can type L take. Or you can just say I disagree. I just want to make sure that, because maybe I'm not understanding what makes Pikmin Pikmin. I've only played the first 2 games. So recently, like maybe I don't fully get it. But I want to ask you guys, because you guys have been playing these games forever. So I need to know if I'm not going insane or not. W take. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we're somewhat on the same page here. All right.
Series.
And you're allowed to disagree. Don't just agree with me just to agree with me. Don't be like, yeah, what he said. No, like if you're passionate about your take and you disagree with mine, by all means, let me know in a respectful manner, of course. You're allowed to disagree with me. W take, but I don't fully agree. That's fair. And by all means, tell me why you disagree. So that would be a V, right? A V take, not a full W if you want to split that in half. Gonna be lurk mode. All good, man. Thank you so much, Silent D. Pikmin, in my opinion, is mostly time management, resource management, and battle. Right. But what he's saying here is that he's hammering home that time management is like the only thing that makes Pikmin Pikmin. Unless I am understanding him wrong. That's so far what I'm getting. That's so far like his argument that he's hammering home, is that it's only time management. It is time management, but it's also resource management. It's also, overcoming obstacles. It's also strategizing and farming numbers and all this other stuff, right? Not just time management. I can't answer because I haven't played. It's all good. I've said the most interesting thing of there actually being a day counter is that the overworld changes on the days, but besides that, the day counter really doesn't mean anything. Right, that's what I also want to say is that, like I said before, I think Nintendo wanted to put in the day counter just so people can just flex like to each other, like how quickly they've beaten the game. Like, oh, I've beaten the game in like 10 days. You've beaten the game in like 35. Haha, you suck. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, yeah, why is it there? So, anyways, the V. All good, Megzy. Take care. The caves are why people hate 2, and outside of the caves, I have yet to hear a solid complaint. That's just very interesting to me, because I think the caves is what really makes Pikmin 2, Pikmin 2. But yeah, anyways.
I mean, that's just common sense,
Back to
you
it.
know? I'm just so fundamental.
I love the meme, the think Mark meme.
Strategy series. I mean, that's...
Why are you killing off all the campers? Why are you killing off all the campers? If they're all gone, you won't have enough for another season. Total drama. Think, Chris. Think. I remember Total Drama. Good times. Anyways. Yeah, I think he definitely exaggerates in this video. I certainly wouldn't say it's only time management. That's a big thing I liked in the first game. Right, yeah. But that's my argument. There's more to Pikmin besides time management. Sure, time management plays a crucial role in Pikmin, but there is more to that besides just time management. And that's what I feel like his argument here is there's only time management and time management only, nothing else. I feel like that's what he's trying to hammer home. That's not really clicking with me.
That's just common sense, you know? I'm just so fundamentally disappointed with the kind of game Pikmin 2 chooses to be for the majority of its playtime.
Interesting.
And the best part is, we're not even close to being done with this dungeon discussion. There's also the issue of how samey and repetitive the dungeons feel, especially as you play the game for longer and longer. Aesthetics do play a part here, like if you showed me footage of any of the dungeons...
I was about to say that. Aesthetic-wise, of course. And not really, like, at the very beginning of the game, right? You get introduced to all these enemies, and the enemies are very repetitive, yes. But, the randomness of the cave systems are awesome. I love that. I love that. For me, who, you know, sucked at Pikmin 2, I'm probably still garbage at it. So I have to constantly, like, or not constantly, but, you know, I had to reset a lot in my Let's Play. And the fact that each time it was slightly different, and I couldn't go with the same strategy was awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, anyways. Also, hello, Bendy.
90% of the time, I would not for the life of me be able to tell you which dungeon it's from. There are a few exceptions, like Glutton's Kitchen looks pretty distinct, and there are certain areas that are themed around a particular enemy type, like the Citadel of Spiders or Snagret Hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes the treasures you find in a certain dungeon can give it a unique feel,
yeah,
like how the Frontier Cavern has a Christmas theme
yes,
going on.
Agreed.
Even with these very minimal aesthetical differences, there's not really much to differentiate the dungeons from each other. From a gameplay perspective,
I kind of see that. He's saying it in a way where it's not like nothing is really that memorable. Like this specific dungeon, or God, I'm saying dungeons and stuff, caves. This specific, thank you. This specific cave at this specific sub-level is my favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree with that. That's not quite there.
There are different enemies and different hazards, but it always amounts to the same.
The randomization of the caves in Pikmin 2 makes every playthrough of the game different and more fun. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Made you something in my YouTube shorts? Awesome. Remind me again when I'm done with this video, and then I'll check it out.
Gameplay loop of grabbing treasure, killing any enemies in your way, and then moving on to the next floor where you just rinse and repeat. Not a single dungeon offers anything unique from a gameplay perspective compared to the others. But I played through all of them anyway, as if an actually cool, unique gameplay mechanic would just fall right out of the sky. Ha ha, fall right out of the sky.
That's funny. Oh! Look who it is! Let me go get him real fast. Give me 1 second. Fall right out of the sky. He's gonna fall right out of the sky. Give me a minute. I do have to use the bathroom, actually. Let me use the bathroom real fast. I got to tinkle. Let me go pee, and then the water wraith will fall right out of the sky. Sound good? Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be quick. Okay, I'm back. See, I told you I'd be quick. I told you. I told you so. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, I forgot something. Hang on. Wait a second. I almost forgot. I mean, I did forget until now. Wait a gosh darn second here. Ganvious jump scare, I know. I'm sorry about that. Hang on to your balls, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get messy. Ganon Dookie time? No, I told you I had to go pee. I had a pee-pee, not poo-poo. Also, guys, how do I sound? Do I sound alright? Because it says the audio stream's current bitrate is 0. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. So do I sound okay? He's peeing on the... I'm not peeing on the Wraith, chat. You sound fine. Okay, good. YouTube is drunk. Great. That's refreshing. Alright. Looky here. Fall right out of... It fell right out of the sky. Ashla. Can I get a W Ashla in chat? She's in chat. Or they, I'm sorry. They, right. I read the message. They, them. I'm so sorry. Pronouns, like, they destroy me. They, them. I remember now. Sorry about that. But yeah, look. He fell right out of the sky into my hands. Into my humble abode. And now it ruined my face cam. But yeah, no, this is our objective. This is our objective here. This is what motivated me to beat Pikmin 3. It's not the fact that I want to, it's the fact that I need to. I have to. I'm joking, I really want to, but I, like, every time that, like, I walk into my studio and I see this, like, it reminds me that I do have an objective, and that is to beat Pikmin 3. And I will do that. But yeah, W Ashla in chat. Please and thank you. Much love, Ashla. Thank you. I still have the card, by the way, back there. It's right there. It's all good. Okay. Alright. Anyways. You guys ready? Let's continue. Fall right out of the sky.
Yeah, okay, so I was lying. There is actually one dungeon in this game with unique gameplay mechanics compared to all the others. The Submerged Castle. Not only is this the one dungeon in the game that restricts you to a certain type of Pikmin,
or this,
in this case, blues,
this sub-level.
But if you spend too much time on any floor in this place, you end up spawning the Water Wraith. A relentless, invincible hunter that wants nothing more than to steamroll you and your Pikmin, instantly killing them.
Right.
Suddenly, time management matters again in one of the dungeons, and there's constant fear and tension. You want to grab the treasures and then get the fuck out as soon as possible before this unholy Lovecraftian horror shows up to massacre you and your beloved little troops. The background music is distorted and unnerving, perfectly reflecting this creature's bizarre, unexplained origins. And the eventual fight with it, where you finally get some purple Pikmin and use it to spook this thing into gaining a physical form.
Chat, well, didn't I do such a fantastic job with this? Didn't I do such a good job fighting the... Did I do great fighting the water wraith or what? I think I did so good. What do you guys think? Did I do such a fantastic... Mr. Noodle, don't act confused. I did well, probably the best, right? Out of everyone who played Pikmin. The way I fought it, oh. No, because that's the joke, Daniel, yes. The water wraith fight, such a Ganvious W. Yeah, totally, thanks. Thank you, Ashla. The Submerged Castle is a good example of why the time limit adds much needed tension and the depth in Pikmin 2's gameplay. I honestly feel that. I agree with that. You totally did. No. Yeah.
Top notch. An excellent capper on this incredibly memorable horror-themed dungeon. It's so unique.
Love using the
and
Ganvious
cool
emails
and
I laugh
probably my
off.
favorite part of the whole game. If the other dungeons had some sort of special gameplay hook like this one, then I'd be a lot more positive on the dungeon system and the game
That
overall.
is fair.
But no, unfortunately,
That
this
is
the one exception to the rule about all these.
That is fair. You gotta go? Okay. Take care. Take care, Vane. Have a good one. You did great, Jonathan. Thank you. I knew I did. That is fair, right? Imagine if each cave had some sort of wonky, weird hook to it. Just like, you know, the Water Wraith or Submerged Castle. Imagine that. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Right. That is fair. That is fair criticism. It doesn't even have to be every cave. But like, I don't know. Like, imagine if there were a total of 4 or something. 4 different caves that has like a different hook. And there's this boss you gotta like run away from and fight at the end or something. I don't know. In this case, Water Wraith. It's wish the other caves were as memorable. Yeah, imagine that. Because when someone mutters Pikmin 2, people are like, Submerged Castle, Submerged Castle, Submerged Castle.
Dungeons feeling incredibly samey and generic. And believe it or not, after all that, we still haven't gotten to my single biggest issue with the dungeon system. You might have noticed that I haven't really...
Ganvious Water Wraith fight versus Ganvious Pikmin 3 bomb execution moment. Oh, Gunna, so you did see my Pikmin 3 video. Okay, alright, that's refreshing. I thought you didn't watch it because I didn't see a comment from you. So, damn it. Gunna the Hun himself saw my some of the Pikmin 3 execution. Right. Oh god, you couldn't even make that up either. Like, that's just next level stupidity on my end.
Level design of these dungeons yet, and there's a very good reason for that. You see, there is no.
Don't forget the infamous Pikmin 1 fiery blowhog incident. Someone... Okay, I got 46 people watching. Thank you, by the way. Someone please make a compilation of, like, these crazy moments in my Pikmin series. Either genuine good moments, hilarious moments, sad moments. Just moments like this. And I will react to it. And I'll give you full credit. Or, if you want to, you could do it after I'm done with all the Pikmin games. So you don't like need to make an updated thing. But yeah, because I'm going to forget all these moments. The only 2 I remember is obviously Water Wraith and, you know, recently the frickin' extinction of all my Pikmin and Pikmin 3. But yeah.
Level design. No, seriously. The floors of each dungeon are randomly generated.
Randomly generated?
We're talking. Well, okay, we're talking about randomly generated. What?
Design of these dungeons yet, and there's a very good reason for that. You see, there is no level. then I'd be a lot more positive on the dungeon system and the game overall. But no, unfortunately, this is the one exception to the rule about all these dungeons feeling incredibly samey and generic. And believe it or not, after all that, we still haven't gotten to my single biggest issue with the dungeon system. You might have noticed
up,
that
Jerry?
I haven't
Welcome.
really talked about the level design of these dungeons
Here we
yet.
go.
And there's a very
What's
good
up, Golden
reason
Guy?
for that.
We're getting into the meat and potatoes now.
You see, there is no level design. No, seriously. The floors of each dungeon are randomly generated.
Randomly generated? Randomly generated.
Each floor is always assigned.
But what do you mean there isn't I don't understand that argument. Level design. There is no level design? The level design is the random generation of the sub-levels. That's the design of it. There isn't a distinct point A to point B coherent design that's literally the same each time you enter it. But I feel like when you say there is no level design, that means there is literally, like, it's blank. You know what I mean? It's just stuff that makes the game unplayable. When I think of no level design, like, there isn't a specific design to it. Right. But the thing is, I'm trying to choose my words carefully. The thing is that the randomly generated is still level design because you can actually play the level. You can actually get through the level. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I don't know how else to word it, but it's a playable level that you can actually conquer. You can actually get through. You know, you actually have to use your brain to get through. Golden Guy, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I really appreciate that. Like, what do you guys think about that? You can tell me L take if you disagree. But I think what he's trying to say is the simple argument, hey, there isn't a specific level design, therefore there is no level design. It's all random, which doesn't compute to level design. Maybe I think that's what he's trying to say here. But for me, there's still design there, right? The developers, or Nintendo specifically, they added in the random cave generation and they made it all work. It's all random, right? But it all works. It's not a jumbled mess that doesn't work. It's a mess that works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's a gray area for that argument. Okay. Anyways.
Specific treasures, enemies, and other goodies.
I think it just means that they're not designed with specific layout puzzles in mind. Right, but like they're all added in the game, like in the coding of the game for it to all work out. But it's not like, okay, this is it and it's always going to be exactly like this. So yeah. You should try a Pikmin randomizer mod at some point. Funny thing about that, I actually plan on doing that. I plan on trying a Pikmin randomizer, and I do plan on playing Pikmin 2 mods, like Lands of Torture, Pikmin, and Pikmin 251, or whatever it's called. Or is it 256? It's 25 something. I'm actually going to see right now. First, I'll be playing... What is it? What's it called? 251. Pikmin 251. Yep. I'll be playing that. That'll be the first Pikmin modded Let's Play I'll be doing.
But every time you reset your game, the layout of the floor will be different, and all of these elements will be in different spots.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of hate this, quite frankly.
Okay,
it
why?
It makes the layout so uninteresting because no human thought was put into the treasure locations on each floor.
Oh, God.
There could be enemies that are completely avoidable and
I'm
pointless
sorry.
because the treasure...
What? What? Excuse what?
All of these elements will be in different spots.
Huh?
I honestly kind of hate this, quite frankly. It makes the layout so uninteresting because no human thought was put into the treasure locations on each floor. There can be enemies that are...
Huh? Excuse... I hard disagree. I hard disagree. That's what makes it extremely interesting. What do you mean there has been no human thought for the treasure locations on each floor? That doesn't make any sense to me. That makes it extremely interesting because you gotta find a... Okay, I need to... Here, I'm gonna put... I need to drink some water, and I need to put away my water wraith before I accidentally hit my hand on my desk where it's located. Because I don't want to destroy it. So I'm... Oh, God. Wait. Hang on. I'm gonna put it away real fast. Oh, God. That's a very interesting take. That's a very interesting take. That is extremely interesting to me. Wait a gosh darn, I gotta put on my reading glasses for this one. That's a it's called opinions, dude. No, I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware of that. Did I say it was a fact? I have opinions. We all have opinions. So I don't understand why you're getting on my case about it. I'm fully aware it's called opinions. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it. It's not factually correct. My opinion or his opinion. So, let me hear that one more time to refresh my brain real fast.
Completely avoid layout of the floor will be enemies and other goodies, but every time you reset your game, the layout of the floor will be different, and all of these elements will be in different spots.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of hate this, quite frankly. It makes the layout so uninteresting because no human thought was put into the treasure locations on each floor.
That sentence is brutal. Because in my opinion, because in my opinion, not fact, I'm not factually correct. This is my opinion. And since I am sharing an opinion, you have the right to disagree with my opinion. However, I would respect you if you respect my opinion. Because it's an opinion. And that's what opinions are. Anyways, in my opinion... So, again, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a bit, and I just keep...
It's so uninteresting. I
gotta make sure I choose my words wisely here.
Frankly, it makes the layout so uninteresting because no human thought was put into the treasure locations on each floor.
Okay, so I don't understand that because how does it make it uninteresting? Because I feel like that's what the big appeal of, or one of the big appeals of Pikmin 2 is the fact that it is randomly generated. Like that's in my opinion, when someone told me that and when I first experienced that, I thought that was like the coolest thing. I thought the random generation of each cave was awesome. Or I still do think it's awesome, right? I don't know how many like random, or not random, but I don't know how many different possibilities of each sub-level generation was actually coded in the game, right? I couldn't tell you. But I think that's what makes it so fascinating, so interesting. How it's randomly generated. You won't have the same bingo card as somebody else. So, like, you can't, like, look at a tutorial as to, like, how to get through a certain sub-level because yours will be different from someone else's. So it makes you have to sit down, think, use your brain, and try to get through the random cave generation and try to find try to locate whatever treasure is on each floor. And the fact that he's saying like there's no human thought put into that, it doesn't compute with me. Like, what do you mean? Watch your arguments before you speak. That's literally what I'm doing. What? Have I not been doing that?
There can be enemies that are completely avoidable and pointless because the treasure ends up being nowhere near them. There could be walls to break down that just end up leading to dead ends. There could be treasures that spawn in the water that you can't get if you don't have enough blues, but then if you just reset the game, suddenly the treasure isn't in the water anymore. It all just feels so sloppy and honestly
I see what he means by that.
Fun. I know there's a ton of games with...
I'm laughing too hard right now. Wait, why? Was it from my L take? In my opinion? I need to go. All right, take care, Skymaster.
Procedural.
Is it because you disagree with me, or are you laughing at what he's saying in the video? Okay.
Lose, but then if you just reset the game,
Yes. Oh, because you're... That didn't answer my question, but yeah.
suddenly the treasure isn't in the water anymore. It all just feels so sloppy and honestly unfun. I know there's a ton of games with procedurally generated areas.
I get where he's coming from, but I feel like the sloppiness and the part that makes this unfun is the fact that you're resetting until you get a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Until you get, God, what's that word? I want to say, I guess luck. I guess you'd say luck. Until you get the best case scenario for you, you keep resetting until like the treasure's right there and there is no difficulty to it. It's so easy, you can just get the treasure and leave. I feel like if you keep resetting until you get that certain scenario that you're in the cave, then that's when it becomes unfun and like repetitive. Not really repetitive, but just unfun and boring, because there is no penalty. You're just resetting until you get like the best luck you can possibly get. That's not fun to me. That isn't fun. So I feel like it's better to like dive into it and be like, okay, this is what I'm working with. So let me see how I can attempt this. Oh, luck is on my side today. The treasure's literally right there. I can just grab that and go. Cool. That's great. Sure. Instead of like, okay, this is going to be a difficult one. I'm going to reset again. Nope. Okay, there we go. Now I actually have a fighting chance. I hate that, you know. You're not playing fairly, in my opinion. You're getting so technical about opinions. Is that why I lost 20 viewers? Because I'm getting technical about opinions. There's a difference between getting technical about something and me genuinely trying to understand someone's take. I respect his opinion. I don't know how many times I gotta be clear about that. I respect his opinion. I respect what he's saying. I just want to give my side. So the time that I'm trying to understand what he's trying to say, right, and give my side and my thoughts and my opinions, I'm getting too technical and I'm getting tomatoes thrown at me. Right. We're here to debate this and to just have fun with it and I'm trying to understand where he's coming from. That's all it is. I think it's more, I'm saying, I'm sticking to my opinions, because I don't think you've been here throughout the whole stream, but I've agreed with him many times on some of this stuff. Many times. You can go back and watch the stream or watch the VOD when it's done. But I feel like it's like you're just upset because I don't agree with your opinion and his opinion. That's what I'm getting at here. Like, I'm so confused. And now you put 3 dots. Okay. Well, alright, gonna say something. Pikmin 1 about planning in advance. Pikmin 2 about thinking on your feet. Right. That's why random generation works for 2. I just wish the random generations were better. See? That is a fair point by Gunna. That is extremely fair. I like that. I actually really like that point. The random cave generations could be much better in Pikmin 2. I fully agree 100% on that part. It could be much better. It's still cool. I still love it. It's still very fascinating and interesting. But they're like in everything, there's always room for improvement. But yeah, that's where we're at. Anyways, let's just chill, everyone. It's just Pickled Man. Or Picked Man. Yeah, it is. Like, I understand, like, obviously, you know, defending something you love. I love Pikmin. That's why I'm so passionate about talking about it and giving my thoughts. But if I'm just going to get flamed just for having, you know, an opinion people don't like, then why talk about it? Why be passionate about something? I mean, no, that's a bad take on my end. I'll take the L on that take. I'm going to shut up. Being passionate and stating your opinions are important, ladies and gentlemen. But if people flame me because I say the wrong thing, I say the thing that they don't like, then it's just like, what's your stance? Because my opinion's better than yours. Why? Because it just is. That I don't like, when you don't have a counter argument. So, that's what I'm trying to say.
that are super popular.
I'm sorry.
And I can obviously see the appeal of that sort of game, but I don't really think it works here since the randomization doesn't change the gameplay in any meaningful ways. You're always going to find the exact same treasures and enemies on each floor. The only difference is that those treasures and enemies weren't paired with any coherent or compelling level design. Plus, even though some people might enjoy the fact that no two playthroughs
Random generation.
to the same floor are exactly alike.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really remember 90% of the floors on my previous playthrough, so
Fair.
why would I care if these forgettable areas have slightly different layouts the second time around? At the end of the day, I can only really categorize the dungeons in Pikmin 2 as a huge misfire and a massive step down from the open exploration present in the above ground areas. While they can be mindlessly fun on occasion, and while the submerged castle does at least offer a tantalizing taste of what could have been the design mission statement for all the dungeons, I nonetheless strongly disliked their inclusion, and I'm beyond thrilled that they removed them entirely.
Okay. Oh God. This scares me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well at least we know certain enemies back. Just do a little bit of this. There we go.
They go against practically everything I love about the Pikmin series. The real-time strategy element.
Come on! Stop showing me Pikmin 3! I get it! Great! Right? That's excellent!
Since, oh yeah, I forgot to...
I'm pretty sure Gan really likes Pikmin 2. I do, and I stated why I liked it. I'm not disagreeing with him because he doesn't like Pikmin 2. He's telling his side in a video, and I'm telling my side on a stream. That's all it is. It's simple, fun debating. That's the whole point of this. To clarify what I mean, I was laughing at the fact you had to clarify that it was your opinion. Sorry for... Oh, okay. Okay. Right. Okay, Flake. Okay. Alright, I see what you mean. So, you're laughing at the fact that I zoomed into the face cam and did the bit with the mic gain, like, all the way up here. And, yeah. Got it. Okay. We're good. We're cool. Right? Okay. I get it, Flake. To me, it just sounded like, you didn't like what I had to say about, it's an opinion. And you didn't like my opinion. And you made it clear and, yeah. It was just this whole thing. So, we're good. Spoilers alert. Is there more stuff here? There's Squarespace.
To mention, you can't grab more Pikmin while you're in these dungeons unless you stumble on one of these Pikmin multiplication flowers. Hope all your Pikmin don't die when you're down here. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Because as long as you have a few purples, you can basically decimate any enemy in your path. That's so...
Spoilers plural. Okay. Should I skip ahead? Should I... How... am I... Were we... Is it in the video or someone in chat? I don't know. I haven't seen the video. Help me, chat. What's going on here? What do you mean spoilers? The concept of resource management completely flies over his head, even if he directly hits a nail with the hammer. Yeah. I'm definitely getting that here. I don't know why. He's ignoring that. Like he hasn't said anything about the resource management. Pikmin 3 footage that I just saw. Yeah.
Let's talk about difficulty now. Though, I guess I should preface this discussion with something that isn't difficult. Making a website using Square.
Okay, we're just shout out to Squarespace, right? For not sponsoring me. Part 4. Purple's difficulty balance and that... the weight.
Is Pikmin 2 too hard of a game or too easy of a game?
Yes.
Rather than being a well-balanced experience in terms of its difficulty, I feel like this game honestly just uses really...
I feel like Pikmin 2 is the perfect balance. Yes, and I feel like it's the perfect balance of very difficult crap and pretty easy crap. You just got to use that balance to your advantage. And then you'll have a fun time. And you probably have trouble here and there if you don't know what you're doing, like I didn't know what I was doing. But if you're a Pikmin veteran, you just want to play some Pikmin 2. And you know what you're doing, You got it, right? In the bag. So, yeah. I feel like it's balance. You just got to learn how to use the balance to your advantage. Also, Ashla like that. Yesn't. That is funny. He talks about stuff Pikmin 3 added and gets rid of. Okay, when I hear Pikmin 3, I will skip.
Really cheap methods to make the game.
A Silent D Productions just a bot. No, he isn't just a bot. He's a good friend of mine. He's a real person. He's just being very, very sweet with promoting my stuff. So thank you, by the way, Silent D. He's not a bot. So, yeah. I checked and I don't see any spoiler head. Okay, yeah. All right, Mark. I'm going to trust you on this.
I would say the harder stuff outweighs the easier stuff a bit, however. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, I
first.
agree. It does.
This game is a fucking lunatic with the amount of difficult shit it throws at you. The number of insta-kill hazards has been dramatically increased from the first game, which is always fun and makes the game feel totally fair and enjoyable. That was a lie. I was lying. They suck. I guess the least egregious of the new insta-kill hazards would be shit it throws at you. The number of insta-kill hazards has been dramatically increased from the first game, which is always fun and makes the game feel totally fair and enjoyable. That was a lie. I was lying. They suck. I guess the least egregious of the new insta-kill hazards would be electricity, since it's always easy to spot and you can plan ahead and not take your Pikmin near it.
Yeah.
Even so, if you end up near an electric gate with any Pikmin who aren't yellow, zap! Insta-death.
Yeah.
It does at least give yellows a lot more tangible use than they had in the first game, but it still feels like a cheap new addition regardless. Speaking of uses for yellows, remember bomb rocks? Those cool but pretty dangerous items yellows could pick up in the first game in order to kill enemies and tear down walls? Well, guess what? They don't work for you anymore. Now they're just insta-kill hazards that are dropped by the new, incredibly annoying careening Dirigibug.
Yeah, I wish bomb rocks were in Pikmin 2. I'm honestly very happy that they're back in Pikmin 3 and the fact that all the Pikmin can use it. Or in this case, so far, only red Pikmin can use it, but I'm sure all the Pikmin can use bomb rocks in Pikmin 3. I wish they were in Pikmin 2. I haven't really spoken about that, but I do wish bomb rocks were a thing in Pikmin 2. But, I mean, yeah, he kind of has a point. You know, he's kind of on the right path.
Or better yet, they can just fall right out of the sky.
Yeah. I like that, though.
Ha ha! Fall right out of the sky. Die. Of course, bombs randomly spawning out of the sky is actually rather generous compared to some of the other shit the sky can spew out. At least the bombs have a timer for you to get away from them.
They're so good at using bomb rocks. I'm so happy, or I'm just so glad in general, Ashla, that you think that. Thank you. Like, you know, I practice. Let's see how many Pikmin I could kill. You're making me remember. Oh, you're making me have PTSD. How dare you?
That shit with giant insta-kill rocks. Good luck making sure your entire squad of 100 Pikmin gets away from the huge looming rock shadow. Oh.
I feel like this is what he's missing here. He just said sarcastically, good luck guiding your Pikmin away from all these rocks and crap falling from the sky. That's where the strategy comes in, right? That's when you leave your Pikmin behind at your spawn location or as safe location in general. Run through, have it all fall down, and then you take your Pikmin there because the path is clear, the coast is clear. You're free to take all your Pikmin with you and everything, and you'll be fine. Like I figured that out. But I think he's trying to criticize it from like a gameplay standpoint or a level design kind of standpoint, where it's like you should be able to grab all your Pikmin, take them with you, not really think much about that, and be fine. But again, it just makes you have to think on your feet, right? It makes you have to try to figure it out and try to work around it. I like it. It keeps things intense. It's reminding you that you are underground. Crap does fall from sky or fall from ceiling underground if it's like a burrow or whatever. And that, you know, being underground, it's dangerous. It's nothing is hunky-dory, and that you can just frolic in the flowers with. You called him a snail? Wait, what? Snail. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Just because... Wait, what? Wait, someone called him... Wait, what? I'm scared. I mean, I'm confused, not scared. What? I'm tired. That's why I am. I'm very tired. I could be speaking nonsense right now.
Making sure your entire squad of 100...
But yeah, I want to re-listen to what he's saying.
The new, incredibly annoying Korean... Remember,
I'm gonna
still
start this
feels
whole
like
segment
a cheap
again.
new edition regardless. Speaking of uses for yellows, remember bomb rocks? Those cool but pretty dangerous items yellows could pick up in the first game in order to kill enemies and tear down walls?
Massive W for Ganvious. Pikmin 2's difficulty is its strategy. Thank you, Gunna. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm not speaking nonsense or gibberish. I'm not going insane. So that's refreshing. So thank you.
Well, guess what? They don't work for you.
But yeah, I agree with him on this. Like, I wish bomb rocks played a role in Pikmin 2 that you can just carry the bomb rocks and destroy walls and stuff.
More. Now they're just insta-kill hazards that are dropped by the new, incredibly annoying Korean...
So, like, I wish they played both roles. You know, insta-kills and, you know, carry bomb rocks, destroy walls, go through walls.
Reggie bug enemy.
So.
Or better yet, they can just fall right out of the sky. Ha ha. Fall right, I wanna die. Of course, bombs randomly spawning out of the sky is actually rather generous compared to some of the other shit the sky can spew out. At least the bombs have a timer for you to get away from them. Try that shit with giant insta-kill rocks. Good luck making sure your entire squad of 100 Pikmin gets away from the huge looming rock shadow.
Yeah, again, strategizing, you know. After playing each sublevel for so long and knowing, like, what to expect in the next sublevel, because it kind of goes wink. The game goes wink, 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 nudge, nudge to you. Like by mid game, where you know it expects you to know how to react to the bomb rocks and other stuff falling out of the sky. So I feel like it's simple. Wait a minute, I know what to expect. Crap's gonna come from the ceiling. It's gonna drop down from the ceiling. What can I do to prevent a Pikmin extinction? And how do I keep my Pikmin safe? What if I just leave my Pikmin at the safe haven, run through, have everything fall, and then get my Pikmin, and then proceed? That's really all it is to it. It really is like thinking outside of the box, I feel like. So that's really all it is.
Oh, and you know what else can pop out of the sky? Entire enemies,
right,
including some really dangerous ones.
I was not expecting that on my playthrough.
Aw, you shouldn't have, Pikmin 2. The traps on these dungeon floors are fucking absurd, and they don't feel like they were fairly balanced in the slightest. They instead feel like cheap ways of artificially upping the difficulty through unfair Pikmin deaths. And they're made even worse by the fact that the areas you encounter them in are so cramped and tight that it's incredibly difficult for your entire squad to avoid these hazards.
No, you just leave them in a safe haven, run through, you'll be fine. Bomb rocks can be carried and thrown by captains in Pikmin 2 battle mode. Ah, interesting. Some mods utilize this in their campaign too. I forgot which ones. Interesting, okay. Yeah, maybe when I play some modded Pikmin, maybe, just maybe, they might have that. But yeah. They're not trying to cause fights. Wait, what are you doing? Hey, why are we arguing? Mods! What's going on in my chat? My point about the song is that Olimar or Louise doesn't change. Wait, what do you mean? I thought they did have different songs. I've returned. Thank you, Skymaster. Welcome back. There's arguing in my chat. G Boogie and somebody else are fighting that. I'm not trying to start fights is all. No, I know. It's all good, man. Yeah, anyways. Let me get back into it.
The best strategy is usually to take Olimar with just a few Pikmin or none at all, and walk into every corner of the floor in order to trigger all the traps before exploring it the normal way.
Exactly.
And I don't know, that just kind of seems incredibly tedious and not how this sort of game should be designed.
Tedious? What do you mean tedious? You're literally, you don't have to worry about your Pikmin dying or anything. You just leave them be and just run through. Like, do you mean like how long it takes to like run through it? Not all the sub-levels are extremely big. You know, and then especially when you get like the extra movement speed, like you should be fine, in my opinion. I don't feel like it's that tedious at all. I got a little tense, but I didn't see any actual argument. Yeah. Then again, I'm not reading every message here. Complains that traps... This is perfect by Michael. Complains that traps are unfair. Proceeds to explain how to deal with the hazard safely. Exactly! That's why I'm somewhat confused here. He literally... That's literally what he just did. This is so unfair. This is stupid. Anyways, I mean, you could leave them all behind and run through, but that's too tedious. You see, I don't understand that. I disagree with that take. Like, why did he complain? And then why did he give the obvious solution?
There's other annoying elements, like the abundance...
The falling traps gives you warnings. Yeah, exactly. There's like a time limit on the bombs. It's not like instant explosions. And plus, you see the shadows as well. It gives you perfect react time.
of bottomless pits in certain floors that'll make
I'm
it...
sorry, what?
...away. And, I don't know, that just kind of seems incredibly tedious and not how this sort of game should be designed.
I disagree.
There's other annoying elements, like the abundance of bottomless pits in certain floors that'll make it incredibly difficult to fight enemies that shake Pikmin off of you. Then there's enemies like the bulb...
Yeah, I had my fair share of losing Pikmin deaths to, like, the Void or whatever, because it's not, you don't get, like, enough room. I feel that. But again, each level is randomly generated, so it's about working around that generation per sub-level. It's about knowing your environment first and then proceeding to, like, fight and maneuver with the environment instead of against it. So, I'm sorry for chatting too much, and I don't apologize for chatting too much. By all means, everybody, go crazy talking. To me, at times, it seems like he's just trying to find nitpick after nitpick only because he doesn't like the game. Honestly, I'm starting... maybe it's starting to get in that territory. Territory, right? I am starting to kind of get that. But then again, I don't know. Could be wrong. Because he finds the problem cheap and the solution tedious. He finds the problem cheap and the solution tedious. Stop pausing. I'm getting sleepy. Maybe you need to get some rest, Mark. It is getting pretty late. I'm pausing because I want to talk about this. That's the whole point, right? To sit down and chat about everything. He finds the problem cheap and the solution tedious. I don't know about that one, Gutta. I think this is our first slight disagreement. I say slight because I'll give you half a point on that, right? I 100% see where you're coming from. It's not a blind argument like, what do you mean? It's like, I see where you're coming from. But I mean, I don't know. I just disagree with the fact that being tedious. I mean, it'll take you like a minute, if that, to just run around, trigger all the traps, come back, get your Pikmin, you're fine. I feel like in the very end, it's all worth it. Because you don't have to deal with any of the traps. If you have to deal with some, it's probably like 2 or 3 that you've missed that require at least 2 Pikmin with you. But then again, you can only just bring 2 Pikmin with you, and then all the traps are cleared. And then you can, like, you have like an easier chance of survival in the sub-level. That's my stance on that. I feel like in the end, it's worth it.
Bear, a roided out Bulborb who's incredibly difficult to kill, and the Gatling Groink who laser death beams your Pikmin at...
Okay. The Groinks.
Who's incredibly difficult to kill, and the Gatling Groink who...
I hate that creature. With a burning passion. The Gatling Groink. I hate you. So much. I think this is my least favorite enemy in all of Pikmin. Is this stupid idiot. This guy right here. This guy right here. The Gatling Groink. Oh god, I hate him.
Laser death beams your Pikmin at any opportunity.
Yeah.
And it almost seems random whether they'll just get stunned or insta-killed. Now, these enemies
That's
wouldn't be
fair.
the worst
It does
thing in the
kinda
world,
seem random.
except some twisted f*** at Nintendo decided, hey, what if when you kill these guys, they can come back to life after a short time, meaning you now have to worry about dragging their carcasses back to your ship so they don't come back for revenge.
I think the reason why they implemented that is because there wasn't a day system to make you feel pressure. So they're like, okay, there isn't a day system where there's 30, I mean, there is a day system. I mean, like, there's not a day limit, like, it doesn't have to be 30 days. We removed that. How can we make this more pressurizing. Let's make it so these guys come back to life. And I thought that was perfect. So you're about to do a sigh of relief, right? You got through all the traps and everything. And then, oh crap, he's about to come back to life. Oh my god, let's quickly carry him back and prevent that from happening. I like that. I felt the pressure. I really did. I'm going to grab some food, be right back. Okay. Like, I felt being rushed. I'm like, okay. Because I hate, again, being on a time limit. I hate that so much. But I feel like it works here. Right? I understand from, like, a different standpoint. That's so dumb. Why? But, like, I don't know. To me, I just feel like it kind of works. Plus, they move very quickly, right? That's what the white Pikmin are for. Because they move quickly to carry stuff. So, you use the white Pikmin on them, and then quickly take them to the frickin' the ship, or whatever. The bot, whatever you call that. So, yeah, just be fast. Think on your feet. Again, it's more thinking on your feet and trying to work with that. Oh, actually, you're heading out? I'm gonna. Oh, you're grabbing food, right? Okay, I thought you were leaving for good. I was about to say, no, Ashla, come back. But anyways, yeah.
Whoa, that's not extremely annoying at all. Thank you so much, Nintendo
Potato,
guy.
potato.
Now, you might be thinking, well, Shambapaloopa, it sounds like you're just bad and you don't like hard games.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's bad and doesn't like hard games. I mean, it's you either like the fact that he comes back or you don't. That's all it is.
Nah, man. I don't mind hard games as long as the challenge is fair and well designed. Metroid Dread kicked my ass, but for the most part, it felt fair. Like
It kicked my ass too. And then when they came out with a normal mode or whatever, like different difficulties, I was so happy. I just never got back into it, so I'm gonna do a replay series on that.
I always felt like I could beat the bosses if I adapted to their attack patterns and played more carefully, which is exactly what I did. Pikmin 2 isn't like that because the challenge often stems from random insta-kill elements, which feels far more frustrating than fun. And yet, despite all of that, there's still an argument to be made that this is the easiest Pikmin game.
What? No. Who said? Tell me, chat. Who says that Pikmin 2 is the easiest Pikmin game? What? Excuse me? No. I never heard that in my life. I mean, ever since I started Pikmin 1. Where did he get that from? Who said that? Who said that Pikmin 2 is the easiest game? What? What? There's an argument here. I'm out. Fair. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Gunna. I gotta apologize on my behalf. I'll take the L. That just threw me back like 30 feet.
Because of the non-existent time limit, but because of the existence of everything.
Oh, because of the non-existent time limit. Okay.
Purple.
Sorry.
Let's start with
when you throw when I hear Pikmin 2 is the easiest Pikmin game, I just feel so bamboozled. Just hearing that sentence.
Of the existence of
that's my bad.
Purple.
I'm sorry.
Let's start with purple spray.
Okay.
One of the new features added to Pikmin 2 are these special berry plants with little red and purple berries. If you take enough of these berries back to your ship, you can get...
I see where he's going with this. Okay. Alright. That's my bad. I'll take the L. I'll take the L on that. I'll
red and purple spray.
I see where he's going. He's talking about the sprays, the fact there is no daytime limit. Right. I understand. I don't agree it's the easiest, but he's right about purples and spray cheese. Okay.
The red one is used to temporarily power up your Pikmin,
let's
making
talk
them
about
faster
that.
and stronger. This is a pretty good and balanced addition to the gameplay of the series, and it even returned to Pikmin 3, so clearly the developers were happy with it.
Okay, I know that. I know it returns to Pikmin 3, because that was in part 2. Stop the vid. Okay! Is there more coming up? Is there another big spoiler coming up after this? Right? Okay. Was this the one Pikmin 3 spoiler, or is there more after this? Flake Tindo. Yeah, you didn't see part 2 of Pikmin 3. How dare you? Is this a spoiler? Because I know that now. Like, Is there more after this? After the fact? Because I know about spray. I didn't see any other spoilers. Okay. Am I good to proceed? Let me check the original vid real quick. Okay. I'm at the 29-minute and 26-second mark. Skymaster, if that helps at all. There's kind of another spoiler, but I wouldn't call it major. Okay, I'm gonna... I think I trust Skymaster the most here. So, if he gives me the thumbs up, I will continue. But for now, let's talk about this. So far, this video, interesting, right? There have been points that I'm going to fully talk about it in the end, but there have been points I fully agreed with him on, and other points that I didn't agree whatsoever with him on, and other points where I somewhat kind of agree, or see where he's coming from. Like, I respect the existence of this video. It definitely took balls to make this. There is no Pikmin 3 spoiler at this current point. Okay. But well, I'll fully sit down and talk about it at the end.
But then there's the purple spray. Use this on enemies and they instantly turn to stone, meaning you're free to annihilate them before they break out. While it's pretty fun,
but doesn't it protect the enemy, and isn't it slower to destroy? Because you guys are telling me that, and I kind of saw that first glance, right? Or first hand, I should say, where it kind of adds another layer to the enemy. It makes it a little bit more difficult to destroy. So that's the point of that. You're just keeping it from attacking you. Arctic, what's up, man?
Fun to do this to an obnoxious enemy giving you trouble. It's also incredibly cheap and lame. Turns out the best way to deal with a ball bear or Gatling groink is to just not engage with them at all. Turn them to stone and wail on them. They won't even leave a body behind, so you...
That is I can't really debate on this, right? Because I barely use the sprays in my playthrough. Because I honestly either forget or, no, honestly, it's mostly just me forgetting to use them. And I didn't want to, like, cheese, like, the sprays constantly. Just spray spam. Until, like, the very end. So I can't really have a stance on that. It is between the people who use sprays a lot. So I can't really say, what I think about this. Because I can't really defend this or go against it.
You don't even have to worry about them coming back to life. How nifty! Look, I really do appreciate that there's an easy way.
Did you ever use the double spray glitch? No, I have not. I made it clear in my playthrough that I think that is just bullcrap, and you're cheating in the game. I don't like that. I don't like that there's a double spray glitch that a lot of people wanted me to use. Sure, it saves time and all, whatever, but I feel like it's called a glitch for a reason. It wasn't there for you to take advantage of, so.
Way to dispose of these obnoxious twats. But this kind of just feels like an automatic win button. It's just not really fun for this to be the most practical solution to deal with these guys. The worst...
I see. Like, again, I can't say I agree or disagree with him on that, because again, I wasn't doing that in my playthrough. I never thought to spam sprays at every enemy and, like, easy peasy get through the game. You know what I mean? I fight, you know, I put up the good fight against an enemy at its fullest. I'm like Goku, haha! Just like Goku, I want the enemy to be at his strongest before I take him out, so I can beat him at his strongest. But yeah, no, like, I'm not like, oh, I got sprays. Spray. Is that a little bulborb? I'm too lazy to instantly one-tap it. Spray. You know what I mean? I never did that, so I can't really comment on that one. You only did a glitch one time? Yeah, if I did it the one time, I think it was an accident, right? It was a while ago, but I made it clear that I don't like the glitch. We try Pikmin 2 Kaizo once you get into mods. Never heard of that. I might check it out. I don't know. He's complaining about a completely optional tool at his arsenal that you cannot use if you don't like it. Yeah, that's a fair point. Like, that he is complaining about something that's completely optional. Again, it's about how the player plays the game. Like, he doesn't have to use the sprays, and I forget to use the sprays, and yeah. It is kind of cheesy, you know? I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now, ladies and gentlemen. Is Pikmin 2 but harder? A lot harder. Interesting. I always forget to use sprays too. Same with any type of power-up sort of thing in other games. I always save them for when I really need them, but then I never do. I know a lot of the comments were yelling at me in my Let's Plays. In my Let's Play of the game for not using sprays. I use all of them in the end, and that screwed me over.
Part about purple spray is that you can just farm obscene amounts of it by spending in-game days collecting purple berries, basically rendering most enemy encounters null and void. If there was a reasonable cap on the amount of purple spray you could hold at a time, like somewhere between 5 to 10 uses of it, then it might be a fair and worthwhile inclusion. But instead, it's absurdly game-breaking, and I'm glad they took it out when making Pikmin 3.
Oh, is that the mini spoiler? But yeah, just like what Tom Lea said, like, I mean, it is optional, right? I guess I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's making the point that it's easily at your fingertips for anybody to easily use with the click of a button, or technically press of a button. But, yeah. I guess it goes by playstyle. You'll either be respected, I guess, for not really using sprays much, or hated, of course, in the comments, because you guys spamming in every single comment section. Oh, I'm not using the sprays. But I honestly keep forgetting. That's just me having bad memory that they're even there until the very end. Or it's either that you're just like, people turn the other way when you say, hey, I beat Pikmin 2 using sprays constantly and constantly farming. People go cringe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about the way people look at it. Bro, who cares if you don't use sprays, honestly? A lot of people, supposedly, in my Pikmin 2 series. It's optional, but still part of the game, so worth criticizing, in my opinion. Fair, yeah. No, I definitely get that. I get that. I understand the criticism. I get it.
Also, it makes a burp sound effect.
Again, I can't really be like for me, like, I'm just in that gray area. I can't really say like a black or white response because I barely use the sprays. Now, if I used them, I'll be like, wait a gosh darn second, let's talk about this, but I barely use them, so anyways, yeah.
And I don't like that. But the purple
what?
spray
God.
But instead, it's absurdly game-breaking, and I'm glad they took it out when making Pikmin 3. Also, it makes a burp sound effect, and I don't like that. But the purple spray
That was not a burp sound effect. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, potato about the burp sound effect. I thought it was goofy. Like, I liked it because it was quirky.
doesn't even hold a candle to the absolute size of this absolute unit, the purple Pikmin.
The legend!
Look, I love purples. I really do. Purple is my favorite color. And, like, look at this little chunky boy. He's so cute. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to bring in a new type of Pikmin that can carry more weight than a normal Pikmin, albeit at a much slower pace. That's pretty nice and well balanced. Unfortunately, balance goes out the window entirely when talking about combat. Purple Pikmin essentially invalidate every other type during most enemy.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I agree with him. I agree with him on that. You can just use purples and just spam enemies with the purple Pikmin. You don't really need to use everything else to your disposal. You can just go, if you farm purples, you can go crazy with spamming purples and just immediately destroying your enemies, right? But I feel like if you're not trying to strategize well with like level design and just to design a Pikmin 2 in general, with like the cave systems and stuff falling from the sky or whatever. If you're not trying to strategize with that, I feel like it's very like you're trying to avoid what I'm trying to say. Bomb rocks and other stuff falling from the ceiling with your Pikmin army. You're trying to avoid that. And the fact that the purple Pikmin are there at your disposal to use and destroy your enemies, it kind of gives you a break. But if you're looking at it from outside the box and, you know, you go through the run of each cave system or sub-level, and you already triggered all the traps and stuff, and you're like, oh, the purple Pikmin are destroying everything. That's the cherry on top here. Does that make sense? I don't know if I explained that well. But yeah, basically, we're on the same page. My point still stands. I feel like purple Pikmin easily destroying your enemies. I feel like that is, yeah, I feel like they're too OP when it comes to that. There should be a thing where, maybe the more purple Pikmin you have and spam an enemy with, like the weaker they are or something. I don't know. I know that doesn't make any sense, but I feel like there should have been a little bit more tweaking with that, making you have to use like red Pikmin to help out your purple Pikmin, or et cetera, to quickly destroy your enemies, because you already have the sprays there. So yeah, you gotta understand what I'm trying to say. You're so passive aggressive. Wait, what do you mean? I'm agreeing with him. Are you talking about somebody else? Because how am I being passive aggressive if you're talking about me? Purples are very, very broken. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know. Like, I'm agreeing with him. Is it just the way I delivered it? Not you. Okay. Okay, I was confused. You think there's a major spoiler coming up? Oh, god dang it. Is there a major spoiler coming up? I don't think it's a good balance. What the hell was that? Did I just what the hell? I just heard something in my left ear. Did you guys hear that? Or no? I just heard an in my left ear. Is that my body making noises? What the hell was that? There are times 2. Right, yes, that's true. They are times 2. No? Okay, that was weird then. I'm going insane. Times 2 damage. I just wish maybe the damage was reduced. Right? The more you use, kinda. But that doesn't make sense. I don't think it's a good balancing to combat incredibly hard crap with incredibly OP stuff. The hazards and amazing Pikmin should both be well balanced. Yeah, right. I feel that. Okay, I am going insane. It's me in your house. Did you make the sound in my left ear? I knew it. You're on my walls. Okay, so is there a spoiler coming up?
Counters.
No, here, you know what? I'm just gonna... No, I think we're good.
Remember Bulborbs? Remember how they were kind of dangerous in Pikmin 1 if you didn't kill them immediately when bum rushing them or killing Pikmin on their back? Or how about Wollywogs? One of the most deadly enemies to encounter in Pikmin 1 because of their insta-kill ground slam attack.
Yep, I hate them.
Well, in Pikmin 2 it's easy. Just throw a couple purples on these guys and you're fine. They go down super easily. It's kind of embarrassing, really. And you can...
I feel that. You know, I feel that because the purples plus the sprays, right? I feel that.
Employ this strategy of just chucking some purples on most enemies in the game, even ones where it would seem like other Pikmin would be better for it. Whoa, fiery blowhogs? This looks like a job for the reds who are immune to fire. Actually, no, the purples managed to kill him in the time it took me to say that sentence.
I agree. For
little electric beetles.
I agree.
The yellows would be pretty good for as long as they're not actively shooting electricity. You can kill these beetles a lot quicker and easier with purples.
Yeah.
And not only are the purples super good at wearing most...
There are a couple purples proceeds to throw about 50... That is true. That is true if you look closely. Yeah. You're right about that, Skymaster. Maybe I don't agree after all. Opinion on the Pikmin 3 juice system. I don't really have much of an opinion whatsoever right now of that. I got to play more of the game. But so far, I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's okay. It's new. It's inviting because it's new. But we shall see by the end. I can't really comment much about Pikmin 3 because I'm barely scratching the surface. But once I beat the game, then I'll probably talk about it.
Enemies down super quickly, but they have a chance of stunning enemies when they land, meaning all the baddies can do is sit there helpless as the purples stomp them into the dust. it's really lame. It makes
Those-
nearly
yeah,
every enemy
I agree.
encounter so brain dead
All
since you
good
don't have
stupid
to
stuff,
engage with
Vulcan.
them in any meaningful or strategic ways. All you need to do is chuck purples onto them and bada boom, they're dead. There are a
Sure, it's satisfying destroying everything in your path like that quickly, right? But he does have a point. Like, it's just like, why would I need red Pikmin for
few
this?
enemies that you still need the normie Pikmin for, like the fiery bulborb that requires reds, or any enemies you encounter in the water. But there's not nearly enough of them to take away from the purple palooza that makes up most
That is
combat
completely
encounters
fair.
in this game. Also, I found footage of purples managing to kill a fiery bulborb just fine without dying, so I retract my statement about reds being required for them.
Oh,
there
damn.
really is no fucking use for reds anymore. Thanks so much, purples. But Shimbapaloopa
I don't know about reds being completely useless. I disagree with that one.
Arafalupa datalysis, you may be saying. You were just complaining about how hard the game is. Why aren't you welcoming this thing that makes it so much easier? Well, because this isn't really addressing most of the cheap shit the game throws at you in order to raise the difficulty through the roof. Yeah, purple Pikmin are helpful at dealing with annoying enemies like the Ball Bear and Gatling Groink, but they can't do a thing against the cheap traps that fall from the sky in just about every dungeon. They make
Okay, I don't know about the traps being cheap. I can see what he's saying because he doesn't like it, but I mean, I feel like that, again, reaction time and improving upon that and trying to work your way through the environment. But that's besides the point. Our topic right now is the purples. So
You
let
may
me go
be
back a
saying,
little bit.
You were just complaining about how hard the game is. Why aren't you welcoming this thing that makes it so much easier?
Okay. So the thing about this is that it makes it too easy. Like, if you have an army of purple, like, it's not even easy. It's just like baby mode. Like, oh, you're nothing now because I got 100 purples on me. Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? It's just baby mode. So it's not because, like, I'm with him on this. It's literally baby mode. Like, it's too easy. There's a thing of something being okay. There's a difference between easy and fun, right? You're relieved, right? You're having a good time. It's easy. It's nice. And there's a difference between extremely easy and not so fun. I feel like if you have an army of purple like this, it becomes that easy and not so fun. Successfully converted. Wait, what? With what I'm trying to say? The problem with using purples on dangerous enemies is that you are at huge risk to lose them easily, which could be a huge detriment, so you'll have to spend more time and resource recovering those lost purples. That is also true. That's also very true. And I took that into consideration because I honestly wasn't using purples a ton in my Let's Play. And I made sure my purples were safe. I was mostly using red Pikmin, if I remember correctly. Sure, I was using purple Pikmin a lot, but I wasn't a lot. I was mostly using the red Pikmin, I believe. So, oh, are you saying successfully converted as in, right, about the video? As in, because we talked about before, I'll be converted. I'll be, like, with him at the end of this. Shut up, Gunna! No, I see what you're saying now. That took me a second. I was slightly confused. Shut up! Be quiet! Let's settle this on the golf course. Yeah, personally, I think the juice system was a great compromise between having a day limit, not because it's contingent to your progress. If you do a lot of collecting fruit, you have more time. If you focus more on progressing the story, then you have less time. My thing is that juice will still be too much per fruit. I would like it better if you use more juice as you get more captains. Interesting. Anyways.
Well, because this isn't really addressing most of the cheap shit the game throws at you in order to raise the difficulty through the roof. Yeah, purple Pikmin are helpful at dealing with annoying enemies like
the traps being cheap shit, that's potato.
Ball Bear and Gatling Groink, but they can't do a thing against the cheap traps that fall from the sky in
Potato,
just about
potato.
every dungeon.
Potato, potato.
They make it so one half of the gameplay
Tomato,
is
tomato.
insanely easy baby shit, while the other half is merciless slaughter. And like, call me crazy, but I don't consider that to be good difficulty balance.
Okay, about that, so isn't like the quote-unquote easy baby shit, isn't that at the beginning of the game, right? If my memory is correct, wasn't that trying to ease you in to the beginning of Pikmin 2? Because you know, if you're fresh off Pikmin 1, which was much easier than 2, it kind of eased you in, right? That's why I like to look at it as it's easing you into it, and then nice and easy, and then boom, it goes crazy, ramping it up. Like, okay, listen, this is interrogation time, right? You already beaten Pikmin 1. All right, let's throw crap at you. Let's see how you fare against this, right? That's what I feel like. Unless I'm wrong about that. Okay. Anyways. Everyone convert to the religion of Ganvious.
Both are frustrating in their own unique ways. And if you want to remove the easiness by just not using the purples in combat, then congrats! You're playing fair against the game, but the game isn't playing fair back.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, because again, if I'm going by my memory, if I'm going by memory, I used the purple quite a bit, but I used red the most out of everything, because red is my favorite Pikmin, and I think red is like the perfect balance in this game of a Pikmin. So I was using like red Pikmin the most against everything, and I don't think there's much of a bias there. I think it's about being strategic and working your way through different scenarios that's randomly generated per sublevel. I think that's all it is. Right? It's about like how you play and how you get through it. And for me, it was mostly red Pikmin, obviously other Pikmin as well if necessary, and not really using sprays. That wasn't part of my strategy. I just generally forgot about sprays. I just never used them. But yeah, I think there was a couple small moments where I'm like, I'm not using a spray on this. That's so cheap. Blah, blah, blah. But I could be wrong. How hard is it to avoid spoilers on a 10-year-old game? It's very difficult. But honestly, it's not as hard as I thought it'd be. Because for the most part, everyone is doing a great job not spoiling everything. Of course, the occasional, here's a spoiler, comes up. Or just like someone flat out says a spoiler. But like when I, make Pikmin content, like especially when I'm reacting to videos, it is hard for me to tiptoe around the landmines that are freaking spoilers to stuff I haven't played yet. So that's why I'm going to mostly grind up Pikmin 3 and then react to some more Pikmin content and then 4 and then etc. So, yeah. Ganvious seems to be Godvious at avoiding spoilers. I'm always Godvious, but at avoiding spoilers, not so much. Because the tiptoe struggle is real. Alright.
Since now you get to deal with insanely difficult bullshit enemies on top of the other bullshit that you can't do anything about. But do you want to know the most annoying thing?
I don't understand that. On top of the other bullshit you can't do anything about? Is he talking about the traps? Like, we just went into a whole anime arc as to, like, how to avoid it. And he said it himself, how to avoid the traps. Am I wrong? Is he talking about the traps, yes or no? I'm confused. Because he even said himself, like, oh, yeah, I mean, you could. It's kind of tedious, though. You could just leave your Pikmin behind and run through. Which was my point before he even said that. I don't know what he means by that.
Top of the other bullshit.
It could have went over my head.
Shit that you can't do anything about. But do you want to know the most annoying?
The final boss of Pikmin 3 is spoiled in Smash. Great, because I don't remember anything about that in Smash Bros. Don't tell me. But, like, yeah, I have no idea. Not sure? Okay. Why don't I stream the Pikmin episodes? Because, for me, keep it brief, I've talked about this a few times, but, like, I like the old school YouTube Let's Play content, and that's just how I enjoy making content, is Let's Play format instead of streaming. Because if I was streaming the Pikmin episodes, I'd get distracted by chat, and I don't think it'd be as entertaining, because it won't show, like, the moments that people are there for. And when I edit, like, a Pikmin video, because the average uncut duration of a Pikmin episode is between an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours long. And I edit that down to about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes on average. So, when I cut stuff, I cut stuff that needs to be cut out. You know what I mean? So everything is cut out for a reason, because I have people tell me like, "Why? I want to see it uncut. I want to see it uncut." Trust me, you don't. It's very boring, and it doesn't add anything. It's just filler. It doesn't need to be there. So that's why I watched the whole video from start to finish and make sure I not only show the good stuff, but make it work. You know what I mean? I don't know. Long story short, I prefer Let's Play format over live streaming, but I make sure I premiere the first episode of each Pikmin video and the finale.
Main thing about all of this, at least from my perspective.
You definitely didn't cut out anything cringe happening in part 2 of Pikmin 3. Is that sarcasm? You mean when I frickin' nuked all my Pikmin? Yeah. Why would I cut that out? Why would I cut out that tragic moment? I'm like, okay. This will make people laugh. This needs to stay. I want people to see my mistakes. I do. Right? So. I just wish there was more Ganvious Plays Pikmin. Yeah, no, I plan on finishing my journey with Pikmin 3, Pikmin 4, and Hey Pikmin, and then I'll be playing some modded Pikmin. I still don't know what I want to do about the modded Pikmin. I don't know if I want that to be streamed or not. I still haven't fully decided on that one. That might be streamed. Voice crack. That might be streamed. I don't know yet. Gavin cut out the Pikmin nuke, but he knew what we wanted to see. Exactly, Gunna. Gunna gets it. I know you guys wanted to see me suffer, so I make sure I keep that in. But there are many segments in my Pikmin Let's Play, in the original footage, where I'm silent for like 20 minutes. I'm just silent. Like if I'm farming or doing something bored, like I'm dead silent. Like there's nothing going on. I make sure, and I want you guys to take my word for it, because I'm telling the truth. I make sure you guys see the good stuff and don't miss anything. So yeah. Sort of focus on the game, read chat at the same time. I prefer the way you do it, Ganvious. Thank you, Ashley. I respect that. But yeah, that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm at on that one. My voice is getting shot. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry.
I don't know if this is something that gets on most Pikmin 2 players' nerves. Or maybe it is. I guess you guys can let me know.
Okay, what was it?
Of insanely difficult bullshit enemies on top of the other bullshit that you can't do anything about.
I disagree with that.
Do you want to know the most annoying thing about all of this? At least from my perspective. I don't know if this is something that gets on most Pikmin 2 players' nerves. Or maybe it is. I guess you guys can let me know in the comments. But the aspect of this game that irritates me more than anything is a single one of its 200 treasures, and the criteria needed to collect it. So, here's the thing about purples and whites. You can't get them the normal way.
Is he saying there's too many treasures? There are a bunch of treasures in the game, right? Is that what he's talking about? How there's 201 treasures, and you gotta collect them all? Is that what he's saying that annoys him the most? Like, the treasures are optional though, right? Once you repay the debt, like, you're good to stop playing. This is for... It's the amount. It's not the amount of treasures. Okay, I'll keep watching.
One of its 200 treasures, and the criteria needed to collect it.
One of 200.
Here's the thing about purples and whites.
I'll shut
You
up.
can't get them the normal way, where you carry pellets or enemies back to an onion.
Right.
Nah. These Pikmin are special. You can only get them in the dungeons when you find one of these candy pop buds.
One treasure in particular. Okay, got it.
It's a Pikmin of any color in, and they come out as purple or white. Since
Right.
this is the only way to get these Pikmin types, your numbers of them probably aren't going to be as large as your red, blue, and
It makes
yellow
sense.
numbers.
That makes
now,
sense.
you'd think this would be a good way to balance purples
Yeah.
since they're rarer and you can't
Right.
get a ton of them.
Yes.
But no, it doesn't really balance them since you don't need a ton of purples to kill an enemy. And even if you have a large squad of purples, they're still slow and can't deal with hazards, meaning you still need the other Pikmin for non-combat encounters, and most people wouldn't take a full large squad of purples with them as a result. So, since this whole candy pop bud bullshit doesn't do anything for the game balance, I kinda wish these guys got their own dedicated onions instead of spawning from limited underground flowers and getting shoved in the ship's hull at night. Especially...
Huh. I gotta drink some water on that one. Nah, my throat's killing me. That's why I'm drinking water. I'm gonna let that replay one more time, and then I'll give my thoughts on this. Interesting.
their enemies back to an onion. Nah. These Pikmin are special. You can only get them in the dungeons when you find one of these candy pop buds. Toss a Pikmin of any color in, and they come out as purple or white. Since this is the only way to get these Pikmin types, your numbers of them probably aren't going to be as large as your red, blue, and yellow numbers. Now, you'd think this would be a good way to balance purples since they're rarer and you can't get a ton of them. But no, it doesn't really balance them since you don't need a ton of purples to kill an enemy. And even if you have a large squad of purples, they're still slow and can't deal with hazards, meaning you still need the other Pikmin for non-combat encounters, and most
Alright, I'm gonna
of them, since
pause
you don't
at
need
the last part
since
here.
they're rarer and you can't get a ton of them. But no, it doesn't really balance them since you don't need a ton of purples to kill an enemy. And even if you have a large squad of purples, they're still slow and can't deal with hazards.
They're still slow and they can't deal with hazards. Okay, right. But isn't that the perfect balance of them being rare to find? Right, underground. You know, they're not common. They're underground. They're chilling underground. And the fact that Nintendo is just like, okay, well, sure they're OP if you have a lot of them. You can easily destroy every single enemy in front of you, right? However, so they're not very OP, so they're not completely broken, right? They decided to make them so they're slow because they're heavyweight purple, and they can't deal with every hazard. I feel like that's a step in the right direction for good purple balance. However, again, I agree with him of them being OP, easily destroying an enemy, but you gotta work to get them. You can't just find them in the old world. Easy peasy purple Pikmin. You know, easy peasy lemon squeezy purple Pikmin. You go underground, and you've seen a purple onion underground or a white Pikmin onion underground. I feel like that's a reward for going through all the crap that falls from the ceiling or dealing with all the enemies that are in front of you. So when you see that, at least for me, when I saw a purple onion or a green, what am I saying? I'm saying green. I was about to say orange. I'm losing it. I'm tired. I'm going to bed after this. So when I see a purple onion or a white Pikmin onion underground, I immediately get happy because I'm like, great. Like I can convert them to purple or white Pikmin. That's excellent. So that's where I stand on that. Right? I don't know if that really translates well is what I'm trying to say here, but kind of get my drift. Yeah. Make sure I didn't misunderstood him. Candy Pop Bud. Yeah, not onion. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Candy Pop Bud. Candy Pop Bud. Not onion. Candy Pop Bud. Right. Yes, you're right. My bad.
One of these
I'm tired.
candy pop buds. Toss a Pikmin of any color in, and they come out as purple or white. Since this is the only way to get these Pikmin types, your numbers of them probably aren't going to be as large as your red, blue, and yellow numbers.
Right.
Now, you'd think this would be a good way to balance...
Chat, I'm tired. Leave me alone. I'm tired. Just call them flowers. Probably. I'm probably going to do that. Stop bullying me. I'm very sleepy.
Purples since they're rarer and you can't get a ton of them. But no, it doesn't really balance them since you don't need a ton of purples to kill an enemy. And even if you have a large squad of purples, they're still slow and can't deal with hazards, meaning you still need the other Pikmin for non-combat encounters, and most people wouldn't take a full large squad of purples with them as a result.
Interesting.
So since this whole candy pop bud bullshit doesn't do anything for the game balance,
I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand his take there. I genuinely don't get it. What do you mean? I think it balances the game perfectly. If they're extremely easy to get like any other Pikmin, then no, it won't do anything about game balance. But going through the cave system, right, with your army from above ground, with the red, yellow, and blue Pikmin, going through the cave system, dealing with the random stuff that falls from the ceiling, thinking smart about that and how to avoid that, and dealing with all the different enemies and stuff, and then seeing the onion, that's kind of your reward for that, is converting them and having them at your side. That's where I'm at with that. Gets bullied by chat over... Did I just call a candy pop bud an onion again? Flower! Seeing the freaking flower. I'm... Shut up, chat! Leave me alone, damn it! Listen to where I'm coming from. as a Pikmin newbie, like, I feel like that's all well and dandy, balance-wise. I'm very excited to play Pikmin 4. I'm glad you're hyped for me to play it. I can't wait for it. I'm sorry, Ganvious, do you want me to make you a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies while I tuck you in bed and give you a kiss on the... Andy, that would be fantastic. Please and thank you. I'll hold you to that. I'll be waiting for that day. But yeah. If there are onions for whites and purples, that would only amplify his complaint about purples being OP. Exactly! Because he was already saying they're OP. So... I think this is what they did with the purple and white Pikmin. I think that was the best case scenario. Like, that was the best route Nintendo could take. You know what I mean? Yeah? I'm your grandma, Ganvious. Well, that's funny, because my grandma's dead last time I checked. Anyways. Let's go back to talking about Pikmin. So L or W take for me, or just, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't even need to ask for an L or W take on me, because my opinion's my opinion, right? I just ask for you to respect that. But for what I'm trying to say, like, do you kind of get what I'm trying to say here? How I disagree with this?
I kind of wish these guys got their own dedicated onions instead of spawning from limited underground flowers and getting shoved in the ship's hull at night. Especially
No, I disagree with that.
because
I'm
of
glad
what a
they can get shoved in the ship's hull.
The candy pop
Anyways.
bud system is when trying to get the Doomsday apparatus. This
Doomsday
rusty old
apparatus.
shake weight right here is the
Are
bane
you okay? I am not okay. I am very, very tired.
of my existence whenever I replay this game. Because it requires 100 purple Pikmin to carry.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get 100 purple Pikmin over the course of playing the game normally. Even
That is true. I mean, no, it's possible. Just don't use the purple Pikmin. Don't use the purple Pikmin. Just save them up as you play the game normally. It is true. No, I think you can. I think you can if you tried hard enough not to really use purple Pikmin whatsoever. Because I had a farm for purple Pikmin, so I had enough to get that, right? But I think if you tried hard enough, I think it is possible to do it. I think it's difficult to do it, but I think it's definitely possible. Oh, it actually is impossible. Okay, I was wrong about that. All right, you corrected me. See, there we go. That's why we're doing this. It's because it goes to an extent. Like, how much do I actually know? So yeah, no. Okay, it is impossible. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, no, I had a farm to do it, so it's not enough for 100. Okay, got it.
Even if none of your purples die along the way, there just aren't enough candy pop buds when you play through all the dungeons for the first time to reach this number.
Okay.
And not every candy
I
pop
see.
bud respawns after being used for the first time, meaning you can't just go to a simple 2-floor dungeon in order to grind purple Pikmin. The Pikmin wiki...
So I think the dumbbell was, or I'm sorry, the Doomsday apparatus. I think that was Nintendo saying, how much do you, or how badly do you want to 100% this game? Like, how much do you want to try for this?
recommends that you go all the way down
Can you make a vid/stream reacting to cooking with Louie? I'll check that out after
to
this
the
video.
8th floor of the subterranean complex in order to grind on those purple candy pop buds over and over again to reach 100. Let's say you have 40 purples, since a lot of them
Oh,
inevitably
God.
died to some traps or stronger enemies. You can only get 15 purples each trip to the subterranean complex.
You farmed way more than you needed. That was admirable. Thank you. I did. I farmed way more. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go all out. I had like a frickin' Clone Wars army. A Clone Wars clone army on me. Like, it was, yeah. I went all out farming.
And you need 60 purples. So you essentially have to trudge through 36 dungeon floors you've already beaten, watching the same cutscenes and loading screens that you've already seen hundreds of times through normal gameplay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but could you just skip the cutscene and loading screen? Or is that new to the Switch version? Because in the Switch version, I just pressed the button. I was able to skip the cutscenes and loading screens. Easy. Yes, you can. So that was an invalid point then, right? Or was it, or because I know this is before the Switch version. So it was a Switch exclusive. Okay, all right. He has a fair point then. If it was a Switch exclusive, then okay, he's right. He's right.
Until you finally have enough purples to get this godforsaken wait, the retrieval of which takes a quarter of your day up because of how slow the purples are.
That's funny.
You can't do anything else.
I actually like that. It's comedic effect in my opinion.
Wait, because the maximum number of Pikmin you can have in the field is 100. Who the thought this shit up? Turn on your location. I just want to feed you to a burrowing snagret.
Think smarter, not harder, ladies and gentlemen.
This one treasure makes it so I never want to lose a single purple, because it might mean an extra trek through 8 floors of the goddamn subterranean complex that—
Well, that's why you have the option to hop back in again. You know what I mean? The farming was tedious. Oh, trust me, it was. I spent a total of, I want to say, 23 hours in total farming Pikmin. In total. Like, obviously, it spanned across multiple days whenever I was free, but yeah, like, near an entire day total farming Pikmin. But that was me going overboard. And sure, it is tedious, but, I mean, you got the option to go back to certain locations where you know purple Pikmin are located. But I think he's trying to say it in a way where you shouldn't have to do that. Where you should just already be able to go through the game normally without going back and have enough Pikmin. If that's the case, then that is somewhat fair. So yeah. I don't know.
that I've already beaten. Essentially, every time I lose a purple on one of these dungeon floors, I just reset, because doing the floor over again is far less painful than the slog of trying to get that purple back later.
I feel like he's being too dramatic about that. Resetting resetting for losing one purple. I feel like that's overkill. Right? Because when you find the purple candy pop buds, like you get 4 or 5 more, correct? So when you lose one and having to reset, I feel like that's a bit much. Refer back to my previous argument about the risk versus reward regarding the use of purples if you wanted to make it less tedious and don't use purples for every single fight. Yeah, I mean, that is fair. Again, like, I used purples, but wasn't as much as red Pikmin, and I didn't really use sprays much until like the last like 3 episodes of my Let's Play. So yeah.
And if none of your purples die, which none of mine did thanks to the handy dandy reset button, you'll still only have around 65 purples by the time you clear out all thanks to the handy dandy reset.
I noticed how, like, he just dropped the flying enemy, I forgot the name of it, dropped a bomb and he didn't move.
Reset button.
He's not moving. That's bothering me.
You'll
Anyways,
still only
sorry.
have around 65 purples by the time you clear out all the dungeons. Meaning you still have 3 subterranean complex treks to get through no matter what. Yay! And sure, the Doomsday apparatus isn't required to beat the game. But
Right.
if it's a Pikmin game, I need 100% completed. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
me
that's
too.
just
I
how
feel
I
that.
am. I need the
I feel that.
Piklopedia filled out no matter the cost. So yeah, this single treasure has a huge—
Yes, chat. What Gunna is saying right now, I do want 0 spoilers. No hinting towards spoilers, none of that. So thank you, those moderators in chat who's removing stuff. Thank you so much.
huge detriment on the gameplay, since it forces you to be paranoid about your use of purples and make sure that none of them die, lest you be subjugated.
I was feeling that. I was feeling the paranoia. Paranoia. Am I even saying that right? I'm paranoid that I am not getting enough sleep at night.
Awful, monotonous grind. And if this discourages
I
you
don't know
from
about
using
that.
the purples in combat in order to preserve
That's a grind, but I don't think it's like world-ending kind of grind.
them, then congratulations! Your reward is dealing with some truly nightmarish enemies without your greatest asset against them. Oh, but don't worry, if you don't want to use your one purple automatic win button, you can always use the other one. Turn them to stone and kick their asses. Who gives a shit anymore? Why is
I
this
feel like
game
this is becoming. This went from genuine criticism and sharing an opinion to pure slander because he didn't like it. So he's destroying the whole point, or the whole like the actual game for it, because he didn't like it. I don't feel like there's a middle ground anymore. I feel like he's just mad because he's mad at a feature he didn't like. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's getting too passionate about this now. I feel like Ganvious already knew about that based on the intro to part. Wait, what? Knew about what? The video ain't as good as I remember. Maybe I'll get converted. Let's go, gotta. That's funny. But yeah, no, I feel like he's getting too extreme over something that's so little. Something that, like, you don't have to do. Like, purple, like, there is... I don't think there's any... I could be wrong, besides... Actually, no. Correct me if I'm wrong. But is there any required segments in this game? Or, not... Let me rephrase that. Is there any segments in Pikmin 2 that require purple? You have to use purple. There's nothing you can do. You can't proceed in the story or in the game normally without using purple. Yes or no? Because I honestly can't remember. I don't think there is. Right. Okay. There isn't. The globes. I mean, required. Like, you cannot proceed. Like, obviously, getting the Doomsday apparatus and the globe and everything. Yeah. But, like, there's a wall until you use purple Pikmin. So, the paper bag that blocks the way to the White Flower Garden. Okay. Alright. 2 bags and Awakening Wood, but that's basically irrelevant. Okay. Okay. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Of which takes a quarter of your day up because of how slow the purples are, all as you can't do anything else but wait because the maximum number of Pikmin you can have in the field is 100. Who the thought this shit up? Turn on your location. I just want to feed you to a burrowing snack.
What? Did I skip into like a mid-sentence or what he's trying to say or something? Is he mad because there's 100 total? Does he think there should be more, or did I skip his whole argument? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding this.
You're red.
I don't want to talk about something that I'm misunderstanding, right? Also, what's up, Jared? Welcome.
Blue and yellow numbers. Now, you'd think this would be a good way to balance purples since they're rarer and you can't get a ton of them. But no, it doesn't really balance them since you don't need a ton of purples.
You went back. I know I did.
Enemy. And even if you have a large squad of purples, they're still slow and can't deal with hazards. Meaning you still need the other Pikmin for non-combat encounters, and most people wouldn't take a full large squad of purples with them as a result. So, since this whole Candy Pop Bud bullshit doesn't do anything for the game balance, I kinda wish these guys got their own dedicated onions instead of spawning from limited underground flowers and getting shoved in the ship's hull at
Disagree.
night. Especially because of what a detriment the Candy Pop Bud system is when trying to get the Doomsday apparatus.
I know I went back too far. Yeah.
This rusty old shake weight right here is the bane of my existence whenever I replay this.
The thing is, it's not required though. Like, it's for people. It's like Nintendo. I feel like they put that there and they made it so it requires 100 purple Pikmin because it's for completionists, people who want to fully complete the game. If this was required, then oh yeah, that'd be bullcrap for sure. But the fact that this isn't required, like, I don't really have an issue with that. You know? It's not required to proceed.
It requires 100 purple Pikmin to carry. You're not gonna get 100 purple Pikmin over the course of playing the game normally. Even if none of your purples die along the way, there just aren't enough Candy Pop Buds when you play through all the dungeons for the...
Yeah, I understand some people might hate that. Like, if you play the game normally, without going in for round 2, trying to get more Pikmin, or purple Pikmin, I understand, like, there's some hate towards that, right? But again, it's not required. So if you want to take the extra step to grab that, of course you're going to have to take a couple more trips. So I don't see the issue there, really. Have you ever played Paper Mario, the good ones? I have not. Actually, that's a lie. I've played about an hour of the original and about an hour of Thousand Year Door years ago. Not like years ago. I'm talking like 4 years ago. I don't remember anything from those games. I remember liking them. I don't remember anything from them. So what I'm going to do is next year, before Thousand Year Door releases on Switch, I cannot wait to play it. I'll be playing the OG Paper Mario, doing a full Let's Play series on that, and then right after that, I'll be playing Thousand Year Door. So yeah, I plan on doing that. I might play another game if it gets remastered or whatever, but those two are for sure going to be played.
The first time to reach this number. And not every candy pop bud respawns after being used for the first time, meaning you can't just go to a simple 2-floor dungeon in order to grind purple Pikmin. The Pikmin wiki recommends that you go all the way.
So, respawning, yeah. So, I remember someone told me about that, like, if you keep using it, eventually they're going to stop respawning or whatever. Is that what he's trying to say? Because that is true. It does stop respawning. So, you can't just overly cheese it, you know what I mean? You can't cheese that
for the first time to reach this.
So you have to go somewhere else because the game doesn't want you to keep cheesing it.
And not every candy pop bud respawns after being used for the first time.
Oh, after being used for the first time.
You can't just go to a simple 2-floor dungeon in order to grind purple Pikmin. The Pikmin wiki recommends that you go all the way down to the 8th floor of the subterranean complex in order to grind on those purple candy pop buds over and over again to
that's what I had to do.
reach 100. Let's say you have...
That's actually what I had to do many, many times.
40 purple.
The ones in the early caves don't respawn. Okay, alright, I see.
Since a lot of them inevitably died to some traps or stronger enemies. You can only get 15 purples each trip to the subterranean complex, and you need 60 purples. So you essentially have to trudge through 36 dungeon floors you've already beaten, watching the same cutscenes and loading.
Again, what I did, so I didn't have to go through any of this. I mean, I went, obviously, all the way down many, many times, quickly. I did it quickly, or the way I did it so fast was because I was skipping the cutscenes. If that wasn't a feature in the GameCube or the Wii version, then that makes sense, right? Being annoyed by that, not being able to skip the cutscenes. But I was able to do that on the Switch version. And I just left all my Pikmin behind, and I just ran through with Olimar. Ran through to the very end, because all my Pikmin would follow me. Skip, ran through. Skip, ran through. It was fine. I was okay with doing that. It was fine.
Screens that
it was a feature in the other feature. Yeah, it was a feature in the other features, other versions of the game. If it was a feature, then that is okay. If it was a feature in the GameCube and Wii version, then that makes this point irrelevant, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, why are we having this hostile debate about Paper Mario? We're here talking about Pikmin. Like, come on, guys. The combat takes forever. Just run past the enemies. That's what I'm trying to say. I left all my Pikmin behind. I had no Pikmin. I was naked Olimar, just running past all these enemies. And then I found the geyser or whatever, the hole, and then I went through it to the next sub-level very quickly, being able to skip cutscenes and everything. That's all there is to it. If I recall, you skipped the going down cutscenes and not the others. On video, probably. But, like, on my own time, when I was farming Pikmin, I was skipping all the cutscenes. I was just spamming A. Or whatever the skip button was. The worst part of the grind is getting warped back to the ship when you leave. I agree. I agree 100%. The most annoying part for
seen hundreds of times through normal gameplay.
I think his point is that it's still unnecessarily tedious when it was supposed to be a special limited resource. Sure, you don't need to get that weight, but you're still encouraged to. That's fair, Binko. That's fair.
Until you finally have enough purples to get this godforsaken weight, the retrieval of which takes a quarter of your day up because of how slow the purples are, all as you can't do.
I've been streaming for over 3 hours. Holy crap.
Anything else but
we're almost
wait,
done,
because
though.
the maximum number of Pikmin you can have in the field is 100. Who the thought this shit up? Turn on your location. I just want to feed you to a burrowing snagret.
Damn.
This one treasure makes it so I never want to lose a single purple because it might mean an extra trek through 8 floors of the goddamn subterranean complex.
That's why you skip.
That I've already...
I feel like he's being way too aggressive over this for nothing. Is audio cutting out? Chat, is there audio issues?
purple because it might mean an extra trek through 8 floors of the goddamn subterranean
I'm
complex.
looking back. That's why you... Guys, is there any audio issues? Audio sounds fine. Audio is starting to cut out, yes. There are issues? What?
Damn subterranean
I'm looking
complex.
back. That's why you... It's fine on my end. Excellent connection. Mine is good. Type 1 in chat if everything is good. Type 2 if there's audio issues. 1 good, 2 bad. It's cutting out a little. Interesting. Interesting. Let me unplug my mic. Okay. How about now? 1 good if my mic is good, 2 bad. 1 good, 2 bad. I just unplugged it and replugged it. It's still cutting out? What? Plugged it and replugged it. I'm looking back in playback. It's still cutting out? What? For me, I sound fine. There is no indication of it cutting out. Chat, refresh the YouTube page. Everyone refresh. Wait, before you post it, Andy, refresh the page. Refresh YouTube, everybody. Yeah, refresh the stream, please and thank you. Because I'm going back. I don't think anybody's screwing with me. I think their YouTube is acting up, maybe. Because for me, it sounds fine. Refreshing worked for me. Okay, everyone refresh. Yeah, refresh the stream, please and thank you. Because I'm going back. I sound fine. Like, I don't sound bad whatsoever. It's fine now. Okay, the refreshing worked. Okay. That's so weird how that happened. Alright. Type 1 if we're good. Type 2 if we're not so good. The audio's fixed. Okay, you just had to refresh the page. You guys were on the stream for so long. It was starting to get wonky. You had to refresh it. Thank you for that. That's dedication. I really appreciate it. Because the vast majority of you guys have been here since the beginning of the stream. So thank you. It truly means the world to me. That is insane. So thank you so much. Anyways, let's get back to it.
Already beaten. Essentially, every time I lose a purple on one of these dungeon floors, I just reset, because doing the floor over again is far less painful than the slog of trying to get that purple back later.
Again, my point on this is just to, skip all the not bosses, but skip all the enemies, just run through it with Olimar, and you'll be fine. And then just press the button to skip the cutscene.
And if none of your purples die, which none of mine did thanks to the handy dandy reset button, you'll still only have around 65 purples by the time you clear out all the dungeons. Meaning you still have 3 subterranean complex treks to get through no matter what.
Point still stands.
Yay! And sure, the Doomsday apparatus isn't
It's never happened on stream before. Yeah, that is weird.
required to beat the game. But if it's a Pikmin game, I need to 100% complete it. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. I need
Yeah, me
the
too.
Piclopedia filled.
I will 100%. Well, I don't know. Your definition of 100% could be different than mine, ladies and gentlemen. But for Pikmin 3, a little bit off topic, but I plan on at least getting every single fruit in the game. That might be it. I might be done after that, but I don't know 100%. That and doing like the side story and everything. But I don't know if I'm going to get like every single badge, etc.
out no matter the cost. So yeah, this single treasure has a huge detriment on the gameplay since it forces you to be paranoid about your
Will we get every data file? I'll try, but I'm not 100% sure.
use of purples and make sure that none of them die, lest you be subjugated to a truly awful, monotonous grind. And if this discourages you from using the purples in combat in order to preserve them, then congratulations!
The side stories are very short, and I can take them out in one episode. Oh, okay. I'll probably just do that. All fruit plus side stories, 100% in my eyes. Okay, that is 100% fair.
Your reward
Then I'll probably just do that, Gonna.
is dealing with some truly nightmarish enemies without your greatest asset against them. Oh, but don't worry. If you don't want to use your one purple automatic win button, you can always use the other one. Turn them to stone and kick their asses. Who gives a shit anymore?
On the surface, it's like, yeah, turn them to stone and easily destroy them. But that's not 100% the case because, excuse me, they're like the enemy's defense like has risen up. So it's harder to destroy the enemy because they're stone. So yeah, and they still have like a timer on them when they get back to normal. But yeah, you got to work that into your strategies.
Why is this game like this? I don't want to play it anymore. Can we just stop? Can we let's stop the video. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm done. All right, we're done.
I feel like he's kind of losing me here at the end, if I'm being honest. Like in the beginning and in the middle, he made some fair points that I agreed with, and obviously points I disagreed with. He made a couple points that I couldn't really, say for me personally. I was able to reflect upon that and see his side of the story and see where he's coming from and respect and understand where he's coming from. Here, I feel like he is just hammering down the same thing, where it's just like this is getting personal for him. This is getting to the point where he just wants to hate it to hate it. That's what I'm getting. Maybe I'm not understanding this 100%, and maybe I'm getting this wrong, but that's what I'm kind of getting here at the end, Conclusion, it's still good. What do you mean? Okay, I want to hear
Look,
this.
at the end of the day, Pikmin 2 is still a Pikmin game. It's still fun to raise up your numbers of these little guys and discover the various treasures the world has to offer.
Right.
The music and the graphics are really good and atmospheric, and the game is just oozing with personality, both in the gameplay itself and the optional side content available for you to read, which is honestly my favorite part of the whole game. It's a pretty fun time, but it's also insanely flawed in so many areas, and it just doesn't live up to its predecessor or successor in my eye.
I disagreed, and obviously this whole time for this 3-hour, 11-minute stream, I talked about why, I disagree how, it's not insanely flawed, in my opinion. Of course, it's flaws, and most of it comes down to opinions per person. Each person has a different opinion about that, but obviously no game is perfect. That's impossible. But yeah, I don't know. Some of his points I made, making it sounds like it's way worse than it actually is, when there's an easy workaround for some of the points he's been making. But only here at the end. Everything else.
It's the longest
fair
Pikmin game with the most collectibles, but so what? When so much of its runtime is padded out by droll, visually repetitive dungeons with non-existent level design, do you really expect me to be enthusiastic to complete it when Pikmin 1 and 3 offer shorter but perfectly paced bursts of fun with no dull moments and impeccable...
Oh, am I seeing spoilers? Oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's bad.
And coworkers' mess, rather than a desire to survive and see my family again or save my homeworld
No, wait, what? Why are the... Oh, starvation, right.
from starvation.
Yeah, okay. For a second there, I'm like, wait, what? Yes, that's right. The homeworld and Pikmin 3 are starving. Yeah. Right, I knew that.
Do you expect me to appreciate such a sloppy difficulty zigzag that violently swerves between being piss easy and unbearably difficult?
I would repeat myself, but I'll be a broken record if I repeated my thoughts on this whole thing. He never said he hated Pikmin 2. He just said it's the weakest one. That is a fair point. But with his anger outbursts at the end, I feel like it became somewhat hatred. But again, He is just saying it's his least favorite.
when the other two games manage a much smoother difficulty curve throughout. You see why I consider this to be the black sheep of the main series? It has a lot of good things going for it, and I still do like it. But when it's...
Will you replay Pikmin 3 on Ultra Spicy? Maybe far in the future I'll do it. Like on a stream or whatever, sit down, chill, play some Pikmin, maybe. But not anytime soon.
sandwiched between two legitimate masterpieces that both stand as some of my favorite games of all time.
Oh god, oh,
yeah, it's
okay, stop showing the footage!
pretty damn weak in comparison. But let me know what you...
I don't know about pretty damn weak. Not worth playing again on the hardest difficulty, doesn't change enough. Okay, then I probably won't do it. Again, if I may return to the Pikmin games in the far future, I'm talking like 4 or 5 years from now, maybe. But yeah, that's about it. Like not anytime soon, nowhere near.
you guys think. I know this one is a lot of people's favorite, and I can totally respect that opinion. So if you think that way, feel free to share your reasons why.
What about Gunna's True Spice mod?
Good night, PNF 404. I'm gonna go watch the...
Okay, alright. That's practically it. So chat, what do you guys think of his video? Oh, there's the hair in my mouth. My mustache is getting long. Mustache hair. What did you guys think of it? Of the video? I'm honestly glad I sat down and watched the video. It was a fine video. It was a fine video. I thought it was a fine video. There are some moments in the video where I feel like he was hating it just to hate it. Only a small few, to be exact. But I agreed with some of his points. With a good handful of his points. I agreed with him. But there's other moments where I didn't agree, and I said why I didn't agree. But I saw where he was coming from. There wasn't a moment in the video, I don't think, where I'm like, you're speaking gibberish, I don't even see where you're coming from, have you lost your mind? There hasn't been that moment. The only kind of off-putting moment was the genuine rage at the end, where he could have just skipped the cutscenes and just ran right through the enemies and then just skipped to the very end. I agree with a lot of Schaff's points. I butcher that. I call him Schaff. Scaff. How do you say his name? I don't even know how you say his name. I agree with a lot of his points, but it's a lot more ranty than I remembered. Yeah, it is a very ranty. It is more, I hate this, and this is why I hate this. Instead of, I hate this, this is why I hate this. However, I see what Nintendo was trying to do, or trying to... I feel like he wasn't as open-minded as he should have been. I think that's more of where I'm going, or aiming at, where I'm coming from. Was the video that long for the stream to be running for 3 hours? Absolutely. No, it's because I wanted to sit down and talk about Pikmin and what my thoughts were, or what my thoughts are in general for what he was trying to say, and where I stand at. You know, for each thing he would bring. He'd, like, you know, mentioned. Also a mod. You are a mod, Hydra. The moment that I read your name or whatever, I said, welcome, I'm going to mod you. You left, I guess. So, big sad. Yeah. It's Schaffrillas. Okay. Schaffrillas? Schaffrillas. I will try to remember that, but the name is so freaking long and I suck at reading, so that's a bad mash there. 2 is also my least favorite. Interesting, but I still mostly disagreed with him. Very interesting. I prefer time management over resource management, but it's still really fun. That is fair. Before I end off the stream, yeah, so I had college work to do. It's all good, Hydra. See you guys there. Take care of Flake Tendo. He literally says at the beginning of every video. I don't watch his content, guys. I don't watch his content. I'm not an avid Schaffrillas YouTuber or viewer. So, to be fair, I don't watch his videos. If I watched a lot of his content, then I would know that. But yeah. He did not convert me to think that Pikmin 2 is the weakest. It is still my favorite. But I want to say 8 or 8.5 out of 10 times I saw where he was coming from. And I respect his opinion. And I understood. 8 out of 10 times. 8.5 out of 10 times. However, the 2 out of 2.5 times, I didn't really see the connection. Mostly the very end there. Rank each game out of 10. Alright. You want me to do that right now? Each game as in 2 games right now. I can't rank 3. Pikmin 1 is... Oh, God, put me on the spot. I'm very tired, so I'll probably change it by tomorrow. By ranking. I want to give... If we're being realistic when it comes to rankings, I'm not going to say like 1,000 out of 10. I'm going to give Pikmin 1 a 9 out of 10. Pikmin 2, I'll give a 10 out of 10. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Wait a second. No. Wait a minute. Pikmin 1, I'll give an 8. Pikmin 2, I'll give a 9. Pikmin 1, 8. Pikmin 2, 9. That's where I'm... yeah. Pikmin 1, 8. Pikmin 2, a 9. Pikmin 2 does have some of its flaws that people don't like, obviously, here. But yeah. The no game is perfect. 8 and 9. Again, by tomorrow, it's probably going to be Pikmin 1 is a 9.5. Pikmin 2 is a 10 out of 10 perfect game. But as of now, I think I want to say Pikmin 1, 8. Pikmin 2, 9. I think that's where I'm at. Pikmin 3 so far, I'm loving it to death. I'm loving 3. But right now, if I'm in the mood for some Pikmin, I'm gonna play Pikmin 2. So I can't give the games a realistic ranking out of 10. Yeah, it is difficult. It's hard to rank because it's such a unique game. I agree. Okay. Alright, so did you guys want me to react to a Louis video before I end the stream? This 3-hour and 20-minute stream. You would think I'd be reading the Piclopedia. But yeah, no, I thought the video was fine. I thought it was a fine video. Judging by the 3,700 dislikes and the 20,000 likes, I think people are overly hating what he's trying to say. Schaffrillas? I probably butchered that name again. But I think people are overly hating and not, or like, people are just blinded, like, how dare you criticize Pikmin 2? Dislike, you suck. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a perfect game. Instead of like, okay, I kind of see where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Yeah. Louis Pogs. What's it called again? What's it actually called? But yeah, that was a fine video. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I sat down and reacted to it. I liked and tagged you in the link. Cooking with Louis. Okay, I can just type that in. No spoilers about 3, right? Cooking with Louis. By Wind Turtle. Oh, of course it's by Wind Turtle. A month ago. There are 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Cooking with Louis 1 and Cooking with Louis 2. Does Cooking with Louis 2, does it spoil anything from Pikmin 3? Because I'll watch both of them right now. The first one is 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Second one is 3 minutes. It has spoilers for Pikmin 9. Then I won't watch them. Take care, Flake. Anyways, I'm done. Goodbye, G-Book. Wait, what? I can't tell if... Are you done as in angry, or are you done as in, like... You're doing, like, an exit of, like, a cartoon character. I don't know if that's a bit. I don't know what you're trying to do. No spoilers. Okay. But yeah, take care, Flake. Just got done playing Pikmin. Awesome, Megzy. Very nice, as you should. Alright, let's watch both. I'm gonna do it. I would make it a video, but nah. Why not we just watch it here, right now. Real quick, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Because I've been going on for a while. Cooking with Louie. Alright, here's the first one. I can't wait to see the wholesomeness in this one, because it's by Wooden Turtle.
Louie.
Louie. Hey, the goat? The goat? What the hell is he doing? Oh, what is this?
Yeah?
Amazing introduction, Louie. Bulborb larva platter.
Kohoi.
Green bulborb curry. Bulbear curry. I love how it's like a game show kind of thing going on.
Oh.
The dessert. Shireen. Wait, what? What was that? No, wait.
Oh.
Shireen. Lest Moose? Is that an L? I don't know my cursive. What does that say? Gotta appreciate the 1900s TV theming. And yes! That's what I really love about that.
Louie. Oh.
Zest! Okay. I don't know my cursive alphabet, or my cursive freaking letters. Zest. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. This meager creature offers little meat. Its eyeballs are a local delicacy. Damn. Try them with okra and a dollop of sour cream. Now onto the main course. Unrivaled green curry. Peel away the bulbor's skin. It's alive! Oh no! Oh no! Why are they applauding? Oh, I get it, because it comes back to life after you kill it. Right? Is that where this is going? It revived, okay. Damn, technical difficulties. Poor Louie. Mario. What? What the hell was that? What was that all about? Mr. President! Watching Louie's cooking show, I see. Okay. This wasn't as cursed as I thought. Okay. Right. It was nice. It was nice. Since this is by Wooden Frickin' Turtle, I expected Louie to turn into a meat canyon monster. And just do a bunch more things that are very suspicious. Alright, let's watch the second one, and then I gotta end the stream. Because not only do I have to use the bathroom, I'm very tired. I gotta eat some food. And I gotta prepare for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll be filming more Pikmin 3. Again, I'm aiming for either a Saturday or Sunday release date. Monday at the latest. But yeah. Let's get into it. But thanks again, you guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. Meet what? Meat Canyon. He is quite the artist when it comes to animations. Type in the YouTuber Meat Canyon. Yeah. You're welcome, Meat Canyon. Not sure if I want to. Yeah, it's interesting. He makes interesting stuff. Oh, we got the president. I would do my voice, but my voice is destroyed. My throat's gone. A local hero saved the city from a huge alien monster. Okay, I will. Don't do it, it's a trap. Does Louie save the day? He cleaved the beast in two with a single sword slash. Ah. I'm surprised you never finish or never complete Tears of the Kingdom. I want to. I really do. There's so much stuff. I can't right now. I physically can't do it. I really want to. Hence all the merch in the back here. Zelda and Mario are my two #1 favorite franchises of all time. I can't complete Tears of the Kingdom right now. It pains me. It does. It gets better. He made a delicious curry out of it. My backlog is clogged. That's what she said. And Mario Wonder. Yes, also Mario Wonder. I want to complete that.
Louie.
Cooking with Louie. We need an episode 3, Wooden Turtle. I love his stupid smug grin. Staples of the distant planet. Dwarf Bulbor Bisque. Rotisserie Bulborb. I would actually eat that. Fiery Blowhog Stew.
Louie.
You never played competition mode in Pikmin 2? No, I haven't. I don't care to try that.
Ba.
This creature makes a beautiful bisque.
You.
Mince the entire beast, finally. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. You. No.
Stir in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper.
Oh.
Heat slowly until piping hot.
Boom.
Rich and creamy. I love how it's like a troll face. He's just like, yum! This is when you applaud me. Oh, that's cute. The Pikmin with the freaking little trumpets.
You.
Next, I'm going to use a special technique. Oh. Is the Bulborb alive? Plump specimens are best spit roasted whole.
You.
Stuff it with limes and bacon. It's not alive. It looked alive. I devised this while alone on the distant planet. Oh. Where did Louie get the... Hey, Omar! Let's go! Holy balls. Where did Louie get the budget for this show? Fiery Blowhog. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, crap. He's gonna fly all over the place, isn't he? With the extinguisher. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no! Oh, my God! I didn't expect this. I thought the Pikmin was gonna try to extinguish the fire and fly everywhere. The extinguisher just making him fly back. I didn't expect everything to be on fire and then he start freaking out. Oh no! President pay for a show. Yeah, probably. Oh no. There has to be a third one, right? Where Louie just goes completely unhinged. Right? There has to be a third one where he freaking snaps. Because my God, that you can't end off on that note. There has to be more to this. All right, I enjoyed that. That was fun. That was fun watching both of those animations. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you guys so much for watching this long ass stream. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on those post notifications so you know exactly when I upload. Do all that good stuff. I have a P.O. box that is linked in the description down below. So that's there. But yeah, if you want to send me stuff for Family Friday, that's an option too. This has been a lot of fun. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go rest. I'm going to go eat. And I'm just going to rinse and repeat. So yeah. Bye guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Bye. Bye. You can catch the, if you miss anything in the stream, you can catch the VOD afterwards. So yeah, that's going to be there for you to watch. But yeah. Bye, guys.